Halito, halito, halito.
Halito. I got a quick little video we're going to get into, and then we're going to come right back. I'm going to fix the title. For some reason, it didn't go through. But other than that, we're going to get it started. Here we go. Let's see.
Our national lead. Take a look here. At least 6 innocent kids across the U.S. were shot and killed in senseless gun violence over this holiday weekend. Here are pictures of just 4 of them. All of these children under the age of 14. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio said his city saw too much violence this weekend, with at least 60 victims, 44 different shootings. As CNN's Nick Valencia reports, this is coming as the nation sees an uptick in gun violence after scrutiny on racial bias in policing.
7-year-old Natalia Wallace was playing with her cousins in the front yard of her Chicago area home. In Hoover, Alabama, Royte DeMarco Giles Jr. had just finished 2nd grade and was walking in the mall. 8-year-old Secoria Turner was out on a drive with her mother in Atlanta. These young faces are among the at least 6 children shot and killed in what was a violent 4th of July holiday weekend.
Enough is enough.
An emotional Atlanta mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, struggled as she begged anyone with information about Secoria's killing to come forward.
We're fighting the enemy within when we are shooting each other up on our streets in this city, and you shot and killed a baby. And it wasn't one shooter, there were at least 2 shooters. An 8-year-old baby.
In Chicago, Natalie Wallace's family described their soon-to-be 2nd grader as sweet, shy, loving, and good at math.
It's sad. You hear this on the news every day that a child getting killed, somebody getting killed, but you don't think about it until it's your own.
Summer months in cities like Chicago tend to come with a rise in shootings, but it's never easy to accept, especially when the victims are so young and innocent.
If our lives don't matter to ourselves, then nobody else gonna take our lives serious.
In the nation's capital, the devastating shooting death of 11-year-old Devon McNeil.
I have words like I don't have words.
The boy's grandfather founded the Guardian Angels in D.C., spending years fighting against gun violence, only to outlive his grandchild, who was struck by a bullet when he got out of the car to go into his aunt's house to get a phone charger.
Being out here and fighting this for all these years, I never thought it would actually hit home.
The children killed over the weekend were as young as 6 and as old as 14.
They already had dreams and aspirations of being in the music industry.
Young lives with hopes and dreams of their own. Lives cut short on what was meant to be a weekend of celebration.
I want to see the same anger and outrage. I want us to see it on behalf of Sequoia and all the other people and children who are getting shot in our streets. It's a lot of change that has to happen across this country.
One child killed is enough to create outrage, but 6 killed in 72 hours? Some may call that a national wake-up call. And here in the state of Georgia, Governor Kemp has decided to do something about it just a short time ago, declaring a state of emergency to activate as many as 1,000 National Guard members to patrol the streets of the state. Pamela?
All right. Thank you so much, Nick Valencia.
Introducing Great Big Story.
Last time you really looked out the window, what do you see? The awakening of the rising sun or light dancing?
They trying to make me watch a commercial. I'm just trying to get straight to the point, you all. But as you can see, 6 people has been killed, 6 children at least, over the last few days. I'm waiting on the other one for the ad to go by. And here we go.
Mess. That take on the worst gun violence the city has seen in a quarter century. 45 shootings, 11 people dead. That's just since Friday. And that's not including a 14-year-old boy shot today in Queens. The weekend violence video, it's really horrific, like this man walking across the street in the Bronx with his 6-year-old daughter. When a car pulls up, a man sticks out his arm and fires, killing the dad right in front of his child. Why the flood of bloody violence now? And what to do about it? Here's Lucy Yang.
Pop, pop, pop. You know, like firecrackers.
Sadly, they were not fireworks. That was gunfire Fern Howell heard outside her Jamaica home tonight, the bullets striking a 15-year-old boy in his neck and back. The horrible sound of gunfire echoed through the city this weekend as violent crimes surged. In the Claremont section of the Bronx on Sunday, a 29-year-old man was walking his 6-year-old daughter across the street hand in hand when someone pointed a pistol out a car window and killed the father just like that. In response, the mayor on Monday did not take responsibility for the growing violence. Instead, he pointed fingers at the lingering effects of COVID.
When have we ever had the court system shut down? When have we ever had people have no work, no school, no nothing to go to? I mean, this is a really, really exceptional situation.
The police far more direct, blaming bail reform and the release of prisoners from jail.
Ask a sane person. It's about half. And where is that other half right now? We've transplanted general population to the streets of New York City.
This video shows a gunman cornering 3 men in the hallway in the Bronx. 2 of them would not survive. As shootings skyrocket, this Queens resident explains when the anti-crime unit was eliminated last month, no one was left to take guns off the streets. She said, you can do the math.
And since they disbanded that gun unit, everything exploded. Think about it.
There were 45 separate shootings this holiday weekend, which left 11 dead. Hardly a celebration of independence.
A lot of people say we're at the starting line.
All right, Phoenix. Phoenix, you there?
Yeah, I am here. I am here.
What I had to say to that was, the lady said, right, senseless killings over and over and over and over again. If your anger is at your own, I'm sorry, we have to figure out a way to turn this. You can't fight violence with violence. It's not going to be the answer. It's going to have to be something else to put in place to try to way to deter these killings. Let me get us up here on this camera, on this board.
Well, it's going to take people to not glorify this culture of killing each other, right? Listen to the last names of those babies. Those is Indian babies. They know it or not, right?
Right.
Listen to those last names of the children that was slaughtered over the weekend. What could they have possibly done to be snuffed out like that? And then there's people that perpetuate the culture, and, you know, we know a lot of sociopaths. We got to get them out the way now.
Yeah, we do.
We got to get them out the way.
We do.
That's part of the trick also. The fact that we have attached ourselves to a culture that houses killers and breeds killers. Maybe not the same thing as dude that goes inside the movie theater and opens fire with the trench coat on, or a Dylan Roof that goes and opens fire in a church or something like that. But we got killers nonetheless.
That's right, we do.
Some of these women don't want to admit you raised motherfucking killers. Yeah, the daddy may not have been around, but woman, you raised some killers. We know women that have raised potential serial killers too. Lots of people drop the ball. This is why it takes the village. Because the village, if you can love and trust on all your children all you want, but if these other kids don't get love and trust, guess what? Guess who on the end of their smoking gun?
That's right. That is right. Correct.
Guess who's on the end of the smoking gun? Where's Black Lives Matter? They was all the rave a minute ago. They were all the rave a minute ago. Just that quick.
Let me interject. Renzo said you two
Want to put
trying
the
to.
phone line up there too, Coach?
Look like we got booted. You heard me.
YouTube blocking the notification, Law.
And as soon as he said that, the live screen stopped. Is it still going, y'all? Y'all still see the live stream?
No, it's still going. Drop a 1 in the chat if the live stream's still going. It still says live.
Man, this is crazy.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it kicked me out
Hold
for
it.
a sec too. No, it kicked me out for a sec too. I'm watching it on my pad and it just kicked me out. But everybody else not that bad. He said one. Last war still says still going. This
It
ain't
still
us.
says it's live. It's still live.
Yeah, it's still live. They gotta come back.
It booted everybody out.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Oh, booted everybody out. Kicked
That's
everybody out. So we're
crazy.
being censored. There's
So
some
can
things that we're
everybody
gonna
do me
have
a
to do.
favor? Since you two want to play games, can you please hit that share button one time for me? Send
Yeah,
it to your
shit. Hit that
Facebook.
share button.
Send it to your friends. Let everybody know we on live. Cause it's crazy that they kicking us. That we talking about
This
what's
is
going on
bananas.
in our communities. We ain't even talking
And they
about
want to
them.
censor that.
And yeah, we talking about what's going on in our communities at this moment. It should not be no reason for us to be getting kicked.
Talk about that trail stuff, that trail spell.
Right. The things
Because
they
we're
don't
not
want you to talk
perpetuating the
about.
racism. We're talking about what's happening internally. The last thing they want is for us to work our shit out together, right? Far be it from the Negro to start solving some of their own problems and stuff like that. And this is how this is how they are able to censor us and stuff like that.
Somebody
So,
said apparently we're not allowed to heal. See, that's
right.
the whole game plan. If you listen to the music, you know who own majority of these record labels. So you already know what issue they're pushing, where their mindset at.
Right.
So we have to change. The music can still be fire and be hard at the same time and still pushing the uplifting message and giving a message of thought, a message to make people think, and a message to change people's minds with solution. We can do
Yes.
that. I know we can do that.
Yes. Agreed. I think it's a lot going on, and it's a lot of people, and we know a lot of these types of folks, you know what I'm saying, especially anybody that's grown in the hood and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, how's that gonna work for you? Are you gonna sleep good at night? You gonna sleep good at night knowing that these people is getting clapped and ain't got no beef with nobody, no none of that? What's going on? You got the what's the names? What's the no fucks, whatever. What's them people? They going around and they gonna protect us against the KKK.
Oh, the
Well, who's gonna
NFAC.
protect us?
The NFAC.
Yeah, well, who's gonna protect us against these niggas that want to steal your pocketbook, steal my mama purse and shit?
You
Who
talking
gonna
about the
protect us
NFAC?
against them? We gotta be
Well,
quiet. Can't talk to the police. You can't, but these niggas ain't gonna do nothing either. So now what? We got the killers out here trying to kill other people for no real reason, and they end up killing these babies. What these niggas gonna do about that? Where's all this power at? Where this black power at? I want to see it. I don't believe it.
I was
Where
thinking
they
of
at? You
I
can't
was
protect the
thinking of that.
kids. You can't protect yourself, nigga. We don't believe none of y'all.
That's right.
Believe none of y'all.
That's right. I was thinking of that earlier, Phoenix. I was like, wait a minute. Unless they gonna patrol the neighborhoods of every city, of every community, and try to catch folks in the act of doing some dumb shit to let folks know we ain't gonna be letting that shit be tolerated in our community, then what are you here for? Because they not the problem at this very moment. If you got
They here for the Hunger Games.
60,
Some people are just
60
okay with it. They want the Hunger Games.
60
They
folks
need to just
killed.
be honest with it.
Wait a minute, 60 folks killed in New York this weekend, well, shot this weekend. 50 some folks shot in Chicago. We had shootouts. Now, this is one thing that was odd in Atlanta. We had shootouts in I'm talking about multiple locations all over the city. Now, that's an odd one. That's not the norm for the A. I'm going to go ahead and say that now. Like, it might be a lot hot over here, but over here you straight. Or if it's hot over here, you straight over here. It don't be hot everywhere, folks. So then it makes me start asking questions. Who's paying these niggas? Because these niggas can't have just logic sense of just going around just shooting niggas. Oh, today I feel like killing a nigga. I don't believe it. Somebody is just like we seen that video where that man paid them boys to go get them tables and go fuck up all the shit they could You get what I'm saying? They got him on camera giving the young man the money, putting it in his pocket, putting the money in his pocket. And the young man going to do the shit. So how much is they giving a motherfucker? Hey, look, I got you 50 bands. Just go kill an innocent bystander. What? I got you. I need the check, boy. I need that money. Then he didn't even run after he shot the dude. So he wasn't even scared. They shot the dude and drove up the street and sat behind 3 cars at the light and just chilled. No rush, no panic, no nothing. The light was red when they got up there. They had to sit up there. So I was like, wait a minute. This is some organized shit right here. All the folks that was running and them folks left. When them folks went by looking up the block, the car was still there. Then a fucking Ford Explorer Gold pulled out right behind the motherfucker. Seen them do the whole act, pulled out right behind them. So who was watching them do this? How did you get clear footage of this shit on the corner and nobody see? This is some bullshit. I know that, right, Renzo? Renzo said, I need some money, but not that bad. You right. It ain't that serious. So that's what it makes it look like to me. This is my opinion. That someone is getting paid to do dumb acts against their own, and folks is falling for it, the dumb shit. What you think, Phoenix?
I think that people are moved by the smallest shit and the things that's supposed to be moved. Don't nobody want to talk about those things. I'm really just disgusted with this shit right here. And everybody want to act like they don't want to talk about the elephant in the room and all that. It's some special shit that's supposed to be happening to these lame niggas in the hood, right? I think they should be fucking buried up to their motherfucking necks in dirt, and the whole goddamn community that's in grief and mourning get to throw rocks at their head until they stop blinking and stop thinking. Something like that.
That'll be one way. Oh, man, that's crazy. That's one way to do it. But I mean, like, they not going after niggas that's doing these things like in the major cities. They're getting away. You call the police. You got what? An hour before they show up, 2 hours before they show up, especially in Chicago. You be right there on Drexel, 65th. You like 6 blocks away from the police station. And the police, it take them 2 hours to get down the block. And then you pull up the street, you can go up there, hell, and it be about 50 cars in the parking lot. But they take their sweet time. So
it's crazy, y'all.
It's time to take over. It's time to take over our own. It's time for brothers to get out on the block. You're on the block any goddamn way. Shit, if you're on the block anyway, patrol that motherfucker. Stop the goddamn folks from doing fucked up shit. And y'all see somebody patrolling the block, get that nigga something to eat. Shit, he out there. Hell, least you can do is feed the nigga. This nigga trying to stop crime on your block. Niggas need to get out the house and start bucking. That's what the fuck about to happen. That's how gangs were started. First, they was put up to protect them from the crackers. Then other gangs would start because the ones that was protecting from the crackers turned on their own people. Then another gang was created to protect their people from the gangs. Then them two started colliding. Then them two started doing the same shit. Both of them get into the damn bullshit. Then all these other different fascists and shit started coming along. Different gangs. And now it's a fucking trend. And motherfuckers dropping like flies. Can you picture 50 folks dropped in one weekend in the city of Chicago the weekend before last? This shit is unreal.
Black is the new oppressor. Okay?
What? Black is
the new
itself.
oppressor.
You should just call that genocide.
What it is. Let them fight me. Let them fight me. Black is the new fucking oppressor. What we gonna do about it? This niggas gotta get out the hood. It's somebody else's baby now, somebody else's grandbaby next. What's really hitting? What is really hitting for? I'm trying to understand this shit.
Well, he said it's time to put the drug dealers out the city. I mean, we gotta put the pharmaceuticals out too. Hell, they selling everything. So we gotta work on folks having got some type of self-governing in our communities, really. And folks got to
Indeed.
start, and we got to start holding our brothers accountable to the shit that they do. It ain't about like they say, oh, call the police. Well, we got to hold you accountable, buddy. You went over there and did this to these folks for no reason.
Yep. Yep. Nobody wants to talk about the real killers, the obvious suspects, like the unusual ones, I guess. I don't know what you call them, but they there and
I
they a
see it,
fucking
Derek.
danger.
Derek says they're killing over drugs. That's a part of it. But you got a lot more killing than over some drugs. Go to Chicago. A lot of that stuff ain't got nothing to do with drugs, period. Nothing. Nothing to do with drugs. Then you go to the Chicago South Side, folks dropping. Folks shooting you because you're on the wrong block. Folks shooting you because you're wearing the wrong color. Folks shooting you because you stepped with the wrong foot wrong. Man, folks just get murked because I pulled over in front of him. I killed everybody in the car. Over and over and over and over and over again. It's just senseless things are going on. To me, if that's the case, you might as well stop the music too then, Derek Gray, if you want to go nip it in the butt. What you think's motivating these kids to do all this dumb shit? They playing video games, thinking they can die and come back to life?
They parents ain't paid them no mind, right? They've been treated like shit. Let's face it, like these kids grew up with depressed parents that glorified that gangster shit. They put do-rags on Sonny before he was a year old, right? Put gold chains on him, made him materialistic, right? Let's just like what is a generation of kids that everybody want to throw away now. Right. It's always been the worry of any mother that was ever really active in their children's lives. It's always been a worry. It's just happening now. It's always been a worry.
We're going to talk about this. Go ahead and elaborate with them for a
I mean,
minute.
you could open up the phone line.
That's what I'm about to do. I'll say you talk to the people while I put the phone lines up, and I'll let you know when we're ready.
Yeah, this is disgusting. Like, it's disgusting. I don't anticipate, no white people jumping out trying to do no harm to me in no supermarket or nothing like that. But it's always a nigga you could look at them the wrong way or what they feel is the wrong way, and shit could turn up into some other shit. And then when he come to fuck me up, he gonna shoot some innocent old lady or some innocent fucking children or some shit like that. This shit don't make no sense. And he'll go back to the hood and be comfortable and don't nobody talk to the police. Motherfuckers sit there and like Bishop at the funeral, Raheem was like my brother, right? Little Star Keisha, she was such a cute little girl. The killer gonna sit right there. Disgusting. Disgusting. That's the culture. That's the culture. That's how it go. And then niggas don't do shit. So you're not gonna go to the police. You ain't gonna do that. You're gonna talk all this other shit, but you ain't gonna fuck them niggas up either. You ain't gonna smoke them out and get them up out your hood neither. You just not gonna do nothing. It's just a loss that baby's life is gone. All these babies, their life is just gone. Cause niggas can't get their shit together. King where? 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 Who's protecting the kingdom? What kingdom? Where? Where we safe at? With who? When? Niggas is showing up at police houses in states where gun control, where they got the right to bear arms and shit like that. Let me see y'all show up in New York and get some of these thugs out the way so great grandma could go food shopping without having to get worried about getting toppled over by these niggas who want to take her bingo money. This shit is crazy. Clearly, it's that shit nobody don't want to talk about. It's clearly the shit nobody don't want to talk about. We're going to open up the phone lines so that people are able to, shoot their shit and talk about a few things. Let me see something here. 1 second here.
I'm trying to put the if they know the number, I'm trying to put the number up for everybody. So that's what I was gonna say when I was listening. You say that. I was like, I be trying to think. He said, "Yeah, stop sugarcoating the whole." It's not sugarcoating. It's the real deal. At the end of the day, you gotta put it in a way
Last
that
week,
it can
you're all
actually
upset
happen.
with this.
Hold on, I'm about to I get him in here. But you gotta think when you talk about what's gonna happen. You gotta look at the whole. You just can't get in your emotions and be like, "Oh, we need to kill everybody." No, no, no. We need to figure out a better way.
Listen, people will act like this ain't happening in their hood. All they want, they'll take this shit and find a reason to be mad at Donald Trump, but not little Raheem next door that's chilling after he done fucking smoked somebody's boots that ain't have shit to do with Shanola. Who's the killer here?
So if we figure out how to stop killing ourselves, is the game over? Do we win?
We could start winning. Niggas ain't used to winning because they used to this type of baggage.
Right, that's
This
what
is
I'm saying. Like that's the turning point for us right there. So that should be what should be preached. Like, you ready to win, nigga, as a whole race? It's time to it's time to win. We gotta get that. The phone lines is open. 678-250-3777. Let me put this on the ticker slide across the bottom. But yeah, the phone lines are open. Okay. 678-250-3777. Call in live. Speak to me and Phoenix, and we will try to figure this out. What's your opinions on all the crime, and how would you see what type of solution you think that we can have that's doable? Let's think of some real logic shit. I'm sorry, I know we on grandma's. Let's think of something we can really do, though. Don't say, oh, let's just wipe them all out and start over. It ain't gonna work like that. I'm not studying BLM. Y'all knew from jump they wasn't hitting on nothing.
What's that number?
678. I'm about to put it on the screen. 678-250-3777. Now that was good. Here we go. Oh, she put it in the chat. There you have it. I'm gonna have it slide.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
I see it.
This is deplorable. Absolutely deplorable.
Right, and folks don't like talking about it.
More people were killed than niggas got killed by cops, and they tore this country up, though, didn't they?
Man, they
Nigga that got some ties with some shady ass people get killed, and the whole country get an uproar. But these innocent babies, they just gotta solidly rest in peace, don't they?
Nobody nothing to fuck up.
They was killed by some white police officers as they was trying to kill some other Negroes or some other horrific scenario like that. It got to be the white man killing our babies before anybody's fucking mad.
Right. Oh, everybody would have been ready to blow up Earth. They probably would have blew up Earth just then. They would have blew up Earth if that would have happened. And that's what's going on right now. We got our issue, our emotions wrong.
Absolutely disgusting.
Our emotions are turned up wrong.
Absolutely disgusting. And these people ain't gonna do shit about it. I don't really feel really good about what people gonna fucking do. They worried about being cold or everything but alive. But safe. But free. Can't be fucking free if you got these niggas that could stop your fucking life any fucking second. It ain't nothing gonna happen to them from your own people, but you expect some other shit to happen. Like, this shit is just so bad. So bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's all bad.
Good times. Good times. Okay, so here we go. No, ain't nobody calling.
1 second.
Wait a minute. So why y'all since ain't nobody's calling in at the moment, I can take you off the screen, no problem. I'll pop back up. Oh.
Yeah, just a second.
Killing babies just break my heart. Hey, it should break anybody's heart. Where's the black militia march on KKK, but not marching in Chicago or Baltimore? So, who's paying these brothers to kill these folks again? What brother in his right mind would even point towards some little people and shoot? And what are they giving these brothers before they go do it? Like, you got to be stoned out your goddamn mind to go shoot them babies. I'm just saying. You got to be stoned out your mind. Totally out your mind. What y'all think about that? Make sure y'all share this because everybody was on that we lost due to the first one, got kicked. Y'all share this, let everybody know we live. But yeah, so I'm trying to give everybody a minute. Phoenix, you still there? Oh, I see you. This is crazy. But yeah, that's probably how I see it. It's gonna have to be some type of like, you know how they do the Million Man March to DC? It might have to take every brother in the world to go up there.
DC, why they can't go up to the corner in the hood in which they live and start smacking these niggas that's shooting these people out of, for no reason around? Niggas know these niggas. It ain't hard to get next to these niggas. You not gonna let the police handle it? Where these niggas at, police in the motherfucking neighborhood? Who we safe with? Who we safe with? We gotta rely on them to protect us from that, but y'all wanna get rid of the motherfucking police so we could be terrorized by these bitches that want equality so they can reign over us and do exactly what they doing. Oppress.
Facts.
We could dance around it all we want. We could dance around it all we want. The fucking truth of the matter is we got some killers amongst us. And we don't really need them around. They don't give a fuck about their freedom, and they damn sure don't give a fuck about life. Why they here? Why they feel welcome here? Why we can't be welcome here where they at?
I don't understand it.
It's more of us than them. Or is it?
This is crazy.
Or is it? Or is it? These motherfuckers don't respect life.
No, they don't. Not at all.
They don't respect life. They don't respect life.
So that's why it's time to try to figure out a way and implementing shit. Especially in the way I talk every day. I'm still gonna start talking about this. They can call me.
Start arresting these niggas. Arrest them. Fuck that. Lock their asses up. You see these bitches committing a crime, block their car off so they can't get away from the police. They ain't gonna do nothing but kill somebody else you care about, make somebody else mother cry. That wasn't no fucking accident. They meant to kill somebody. They meant to kill some motherfucking body.
You right. And that ain't, I don't even have words for this shit, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. But it's like,
Blow them niggas away. They don't want to be here anyway. They don't want to be here anyway.
But
they ain't fucking with nobody that's
though, it's like it's happening in all of our cities almost at the same time. And it's little people, okay, Chicago normally has, for the last 5 or 6 years, you're going to have 40 to 50 people shot. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
It's been like that for the last 5 years. So when you see a number like that in Chicago, you're like, okay, that's norm. That's the normal. They back to norm. That's fucked up, but that's been the normal for the last couple of years. But the other day, but normally it'd be like 5 or 6 died, 5 or 6 dead. But now last week you had 50 dead. So now it's like, okay, now if you make that the norm, out of 52 weekends of the year, so these are numbers out of the weekend, not just one day. These are weekend numbers.
Just the weekend.
Right.
Deplorable.
Right. So
deplorable. If
you did 50-some murders in one city every weekend out of 52, you're looking at, and this is retarded. It's just too much. So I don't know what type of laws are going to be passed, but it's like, to me, somebody's trying to get something pushed, and niggas is getting paid a whole bunch of money to go shoot their own. That's how I see it, because I don't see nobody in their right mind. I seen kids die. I'm from Chicago. A lot of times, we had our cases when a young girl was jumping double dutch with them other girls, and the boys had to shoot at the corner. and one of the bullets went down and hit the girl. I've seen things that happen like that. But they be like once in every blue moon, and then the whole city came out, marched, nutted up about the gun violence. I'm talking about they nutted up about that. Now it's so, it's so frequent. It's not even random now. It's every other day now. So, well, okay, when do it stop? When do somebody talk to the young man and say, hey, man, we ain't killing nobody today? Oh, I see every time I see the young, hey, we ain't killing nobody today. I ain't going to ask them is they Indian no more. I'm just going to say, we ain't killing nobody today, right? Hell, I think that's going to be my new conversation piece. Oh, yeah, gun control, harvesting, because when the police department get them bodies, or when the morgue get them bodies, the family can't see it for so long, and ain't no telling what them folks in there doing. I agree with that. Organ harvesting, gun control is at all time. Well, it need gun control. Shit. They're like, we need to try to get with the right and try to be like, yo, we're going to try to start protecting each other. Like, start telling everybody, putting letters on folks' doors, look, we doing a neighborhood motherfucking watch. You know, hey, folks laughing, but hey, we gonna have to start doing something. I got first duty. I'll be up first. Somebody can get second shift. Phoenix, you get the guys down there. They can get third shift or something. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to start getting these communities together, getting guys together in the communities. It's tired of seeing folks getting shot up and killed. And he said Chicago has the strictest gun laws, but the most killings.
These niggas is out here housing and hindering killers.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something. I'm just throwing little things out there until somebody be like, oh, that'll work. Anything that comes across the brain, ain't nobody else said nothing about. How you guys figure we're gonna stop this? I'm asking everybody in the chat, everybody that's gonna soon to watch this later, what ideas do you have that we can implement to stop these killings in our communities? What you think, B? It's like, don't be scared to say it. Ain't nobody gonna come say about you.
Right.
Or you can email it to me, and I'll read it. Hell. Yeah, we know we got genocide killers in the hood. Everybody can articulate what's going on in our own community because we're doing it. And we are part of these communities. Right. We're just sitting back watching it and saying, oh, this is sad. Oh, this is bad. Ain't nobody saying like, yo, bro, we're going to put a stop to this shit.
Sending these bloodlines into a whole nother curse, which reminds me, this is around the time of the 7th generation of the Pan-African movement. So we're going to have a league of violence. There's going to be a wave of different things that are going to stop us in our tracks from success, right? And, you know, again, the Pan-African Conference, the first one was in 1900, and here it is about 7 generations later. The curses are finally being broken, and now there's going to be new ones added, and the Negro in these streets with these guns is going to help them do it, right? Don't mean the same thing for the Indian, because the Indian can't go back to sleep. But for everybody else, this is the frequency that slows up a lot of people waking up at a mass time. And you got these Negroes in the way as they all try to blame white people for something that they are perpetuating. Even if you are not out there killing, if you letting that nigga that killed these kids sleep on your motherfucking couch, bitch, you a killer too.
Facts.
Same shit. String that nigga up and throw him over the fucking telephone wire like a pair of old Jordans. Make us feel better. Safe where? We ain't safe with the police. We ain't safe with the niggas. Who's left?
Ain't nobody left. So we gotta have to get some type of men correlation. I don't know the word, but some type of shit in each community where you signing up grown ass men that's goddamn, especially the ones that ain't doing nothing, but they ain't out here killing folks. The ones that lift weights all day, the ones that know how to shoot guns and shit. And we need to get them and put them in the communities. Now, we know we're going to have some resistance from our own, but fuck it. You gonna be mad at us because we tired of seeing our own die? Well,
Grandparents,
fuck
you
it. We
still in
just
the
gonna have to
street.
do it.
If you still got any attachment to the streets, see, the thing about it is, even when a lot of people was in the streets, they wasn't out here creeping and doing people dirty. Some motherfuckers even had morals. If anybody was like me, they was terrible drug dealers. I gave my crack away so she wouldn't go in the room and get a train ran on her. I gave my drugs away. I was an awful drug dealer with a fucking conscience, right? I'm running down on the niggas on Linden Boulevard with a fucking 38 special. Like, you better not sell my aunt no crack no more, right?
So that's where we going, and that's where we at today. This is what's going on today. It's a war within at the moment. And people say, oh, black power. Okay. What's going on?
Where?
Right. We strong enough
That's
to kill
only
ourselves?
like,
It's almost
that's
sound like
only
it sounds like a man that will only fight a woman, right? A man, right, because you only out here killing your own. You ain't up in these suburbs cutting up because you know them folk gonna lay you flat where you stand. They answer they calls 30 seconds flat. They don't play with you. 30 seconds, stay out of there. You gone. They gonna lay you flat. So at the end of the day, we're gonna have to do something. And I'm open for all suggestions, anything to try to push and start building with people on trying to change these communities. I'm not talking about no online community people. I'm talking about in our real live communities. We have to really try to target our communities. If I got to start in Woodline, the heart of Chicago, 60 motherfucking 4th Street, 65th Street, Marquette, and go get all the brothers that's tired of seeing folks getting dropped like flies, because they do marches up there all the time. But we're going to have to do something else. Marching ain't stopping. They done tore down all the factories over there in East Chicago, over there in Gary, right outside of Chicago, where brothers was getting good jobs and shit. The reason why folks moved to the south side of Chicago in the first place, all those good factory jobs are gone. Ain't no real jobs out there. You got to drive damn near 2 hours to go get a gig. Get the hell out of the city. If that's where you work, go. We gotta change this. But see, that's another thing. We know they want the south side of Chicago as well. And they done got rid of all the jobs. That's cream of the crop property right there, South Chicago, over there by the lake. So we're gonna have to do something. We are going to have to do something. We can do this all day. I don't want to talk about what's going on. I want to talk about how we're gonna fix this shit. Shit.
That's bad. Something got to be done.
I'm not trying to die in vain going up there telling folks they need to start killing folks and they knock my goddamn head off. Hell, they knock my head off for telling niggas to stop killing. I'm trying to goddamn change the situation. Here we go. Let me see here. Halito.
Halito.
Hey,
how are you, sister?
You still there? I think she hung up.
Maybe the call dropped. Come on, beloved, y'all call in. Let's have these conversations. Y'all call in. You can say it faster than you could type it. 678-250-3777.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Calling out of New York. Alito, call out of New York.
Yes, hi. This is Star Vision.
How are you? Hey, Star Vision. How are you?
Hello, everyone. I'm in New York, and I'm very disturbed about what's going on with our people. As for colored people, I don't like the point that all these children just getting killed. I don't like the point that our people is killing each other when we supposed to be in peace. And I just don't understand, if we in peace right now, how could any color person, shoot at somebody at this given day? And like you said, I hope it ain't about the money, because money ain't nothing.
Right.
And I'm tired of this Black Lives Matter, because black is not in the law for nothing, or African American. I don't like the point they running the game on us like that. It's just so much problems in the world, and people is not really thinking about the next day. People not looking around the world. The world is like, it's a bad food shortage. I mean, we got locusts, floods. Nothing is really coming into America. And I'm kind of leery about when it's time for us not to get what we need. And what you don't get with the food, see, I'm a person that watch around the world. And I believe that people really need to, stack up on some things, because if they saying that 6 months before, they were saying like, oh, be prepared for 6 months with no help, no light, no government. So what's that telling you? And I don't that type of word for play, because 6 months in darkness, that's not a game. It's going to be like hell on earth. And it seems like people want hell on earth. But, I try to just watch and give people, little information. Please don't call yourself black, because it's not in the law, and I try to do my 2 cents into the world.
Oh, you
and
got it.
that's all I can say. Like I say, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. I went through the project. I was raised in the project. The same shit. 50 years ago, it's the same shit now. It's about what you look like, what kind of money you rolling with. If you don't have everything up to par, you could be teased, killed. That's madness. And I couldn't understand that as a child. Like, why are we fighting each other? Because I'm not the type of person to wish ill will on people. I want everybody to be happy, but you got to be fair in life. You have to be fair, because if you have no fairness, somebody's going to get mad. And it's usually the low end. And what these people play this game upon us, with the nationality, it's like, I can't believe it. It's like a nightmare in America. And it's like so nightmarish. It's like people don't even have no idea when they keep on saying this black shit. To me, it's a void. It's nothing. Okay? And it's not in our laws, and nobody seems to care about this part. If you're going to play a game, play it to win, or just don't play it at all.
That's right.
You have the choice. And for people who comes on our land and come and rule us with an iron fist, and then got the nerve to daily kill us and with our food and our water, like how 40 years of the Indian Point is leaking radiation in our water, and nobody fixed this yet. I just can't comprehend that. And I don't think it's a black and white thing. I guess it's more of a thing of us against them, because we just work. We try to make a living. We try to have a peaceful life. But you got people rule with an iron fist and say like, hey, you can't do this and you can't do that. I'm like, yo, I'm grown. Now, if we all born on a land, why we just can't get a piece of damn land and have you not bother us? So if I was to go into a park and nobody's around, to the woods, and made a whole little city for me and my people who want to be in peace, but we won't be in peace because who we got to pay? Who we got to pay? Like, really, this is like, this is like, I don't even understand this life. I love it, but I hate it. you know, because I don't like to be told what to do when I'm not doing no promise towards people.
Sound like
So
we
I
need to
don't
get a couple
understand
of
that.
million. Sound like to me, we need about 2-3 million acres of land.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We need to try to figure out a system that we can all agree
Separate
on.
the business.
We need a system we can agree on.
We can do that. We have to have a legislative, executive, and a judicial branch.
Right.
But the problem is there's no law amongst our people. So how can we self-govern? How can we prove that when we got niggas out here trying to stop our life at any given time? They're not here to build a
Anybody can do anything to you. And that's the scary thing about it, because your own kind is doing it more than the other kind. So
that is racism that is born in America.
Yeah.
It is not other families sticking together and taking care of their own. It is the problem with the Negro that do not know who he is, where his land is, where he's from, and who his peoples are.
Yeah, yeah. Because like I said, like, you know, if they're going to play a game with the paper trail, you know, and then you're sitting up here trying to convince us something that we ain't, and made a whole big thing about it. And I'm like, yo, where's the American Indian? Why y'all keep on saying black? So anybody who's do a black organization these days, I look at it different, because who are you? Did you ever went back into your history, or you just listened to somebody telling you who you are? You know, they did what they did to us, but damn, just don't believe everything these people tell you, because they ain't going to be no good for you.
That's right.
It's going to be good for you, and they don't even want you alive. Like, come on, this is madness on this world, you know. And you know, I try to put my 2 cents in here, because my heart is not settled. It's like you have to say something. You can't keep on bottling this in, because you know, I don't think that's fair. You know, I was born in a time of modern day slavery. Okay, everybody's enslaved. You know what I'm saying? It's not just, you know, our people, it's them too. You know,
that's right.
It's a different way of putting life, but these people want to put a life upon us that we should be living to satisfy them. I don't think that's cool, because my world is not like your world. I don't believe in going around, going to countries and blowing up people and taking their shit. No. Now we could share, and I could, you know, trade or give you something for your, you know, help. But how you just go around just killing people, and people thinking it's like nonchalant now. It's like, oh, we hear it and it just go past. No, I'm that mind that suck up all this shit and just look at the world like, damn, is I'm in hell? Because it can't be real. What loving place is this? They said it's love here. Where? We don't even have love in our. We don't have no love in our families. We don't have no love for our neighbors. We don't have no love for the next color or the earth that we live on, the food. We don't give no respect, and we don't give back. You know what I'm saying? So how other cultures are seeing the way they get it is like their whole family builds, and that's when they make a business. Now, a lot of colored people believe like, oh, I could do it by myself, but everybody else doing it together. But why we decided to do by ourselves and it never accomplished nothing. That's why we need to get together and do something, not look at the other races and say, oh, we need to depend on you when they serving us poison on a stick. We can't breathe right. We can't eat right. We can't drink the water clear and pure. And I don't want to take my last days, you know, dealing with these people with these madness and trying to tell me you have to have this medicine in you just to live upon them. No, I feel some kind of way, because I don't take no flu shot. I don't take none of that stuff. So whether they caught me when I was a baby, that's what it is. But like, so they wanted every 6 months, the COVID-19, every 6 months, every year, and you got to keep on putting this shit in your body, which is breaking up your DNA, and they tell you this, but, you know, hey, but people don't look for other information. They look at the TV and sit all day and have these people brainwash them. Even though the internet is not that great, but at least you learn something else. You can't just be on the mainstream TV and just listen to these people, because they're gonna just have you fall off the cliff like a sheep. So
right.
I feel that if we don't get together now, when is it ever going to be? Because the more we trying to get together, they knocking our history down, they're knocking our questions or our feelings about things. Why? We ain't saying nothing wrong. If I say, people, let's get together and make something of ourselves, why they got to be censored? But these people could come up here and say, we're going to poison you. We don't know you. We won't even take the vaccination ourselves, but we're going to give it to y'all. And then you got the nerve to say, black people go first? What? It's disturbing. It's like living a nightmare in America. It's not an American dream. It's America nightmare. And,
Right.
I dream about how, if they never came over here, how our world would have been. We can never know, because they're here and doing damage to all people. They messing with our weather. How do y'all think y'all God to do that? Leave the weather alone. Stop putting chemicals that comes and kill everybody, but nobody talks about that part. Nobody talks about the point for us to be out of work for all this time, and people is getting evicted still.
Yeah.
Because they don't have no job. And nobody has no compassion to keep somebody in their place without the money. And that's a sad thing, knowing that this person probably been there for 10 years because they lost their job because the whole world shut down and still get kicked out. How fair is that? That's not fair for nobody.
It's
You hear
time
me?
to kill
I'm finished.
what's called.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, you laugh.
I'm sorry. I kept on la. Because that's how I feel. I'm sorry. It's just like, I just don't understand the madness.
You don't have to apologize for that. We all can relate to that. And the people that can't relate to that stick together, because the niggas that don't care is outnumbering us right now.
You can't
It may
hear
appear
Phoenix
that
saying.
way, and it may seem like that. But the thing is, we have to change the dynamics. We got to get rid of this shit ass gangster culture, this floss culture where they flossing diamonds but can't show you who their third great grandmother is. We got to make the shit that's important be the trend. We got to make the shit that is necessary and detrimental to our survival the trend. That's what has to be magnified. That's what they need to spend billions of dollars exploiting. Exploit the truth. Exploit the truth.
She had a lot of good things to say, though, I might add.
Yes, she did.
No,
Yes,
she
she
said
did.
she got kicked out. No, you dropped off. I was trying to talk to you. Could you hear Phoenix talking, Star, when she was talking to you? I don't think she could have heard you, could hear you talking, Phoenix.
Wow. Wow. I think she will be able to once she goes back to the show. Let me drop this number in here again. I got some people responding
she said she
to
was
it.
able to hear you. She said she can hear
Oh,
you.
good. Oh, good. Yeah, I totally understand. And this is the time where we have to change the dynamics, or we're just going to be forced with this shit. This is not something that we are supposed to age with. This isn't supposed to be a part of the next cycle of reconstruction, right? Because this is a reconstruction era. We are rewriting history. We are hitting that fucking reset, and damn it, we need it. And in this time, it's like the butterfly effect. What are some of the things that you can do differently? That's what we can do. We have the opportunity to turn this gangster music culture shit that influences our children and think that they can walk around and be disconnected from human life, completely discompassionate and full of antipathy. That shit has to change. We need help for some of these people that have the PTSD, particularly the woman. If you don't save the woman, your kids are doomed. You better pick her up, whatever condition she in, good, bad, or goddamn indifferent, and you better do something because the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. So what happened to this motherfucking cradle? What happened to the hand over here with these children? What happened? What's going to happen? What we going to do different? That's the question that people need to ask. We've been avoiding that shit for a very long time. What we going to do now? What we going to do now? That should be the focus. We know what the problems are. Let's get to the...
Halito, I'm back.
Halito.
Halito. Now, like I said, I think we just need to get together for the people who want to live a better life. Because I don't want my last days have to be dealing with these people on the street that call themselves ruling you and they own self God grace to rule you. And they have mental issues themselves. Because if you arrest somebody, you're supposed to arrest somebody. You ain't supposed to be doing all this and shooting and killing people. You're supposed to put them in jail. And I have grandkids, and I don't see a bright future if we don't change this black stuff. I don't see a future because if they're going to run it and then one day they say, hey, all black people got to go, then what? Because it's not in their laws. And that's what disturbs me about the whole thing. Like I said, I have grown kids, pre-teenager, grandkids, and I don't see too much of them being happy. And I'm at my point. It's like we up in the city, but people been trying to get me to move out of the city with my grands, and I'm like, oh hell no. If they going down, I'm gonna go down with them. Say that's my bloodline. Bloodlines is very deep. Like they take it deep. I think everybody should take their family deeper than it ever will be. Because like I said, if we don't get together, we're gonna fall apart. They said, and divided, we all will fall. So hey. And I just want to put my 2 cents into the world. My people was like, you on TV doing that? I was like, look, if I don't say nothing now, I'm just like, it's going to kill me inside. So if I could say something and change somebody's minds and think about what is really going on, why not? Because like I say, I'm growing. Ain't nobody going to stop my mouth from talking. You could click it on, but you ain't going to stop me. And like I say, and I've been wanting to come on YouTube for a couple of years, but, working and all that. But after a while, the stuff I look at is just disturbing. Like, how do people think they could tell people what to do? Like, if my own mother didn't tell me really what to do at the age of 14, why would I worry about going on a half a century about somebody telling me what they're going to do to me to live in a place that is free land? But you'll just keep on saying this belongs to who? What? How do our land belong to the government? Ain't they supposed to have like 10 miles? So if you don't change this, our kids, our grandkids, is going to go. And there's another thing I want to talk about. It's called chemical. It's a chemical. It's out. They said they gave us 5,000 different chemicals in our body in America with the plastic and all that. And we have like over 5,000 chemicals in our bodies. Okay, just because what we accept from them and what they did to us. So it called Forever Chemicals. I think it came out in 2018 in December and I'm like, and you're tagged forever chemicals. They already said they're going to kill our grandkids and everything. Like the human body will never be born like where God made it because of this lifetime right here, because all the poisons they gave us. So I have an issue with that because why we came down here to be poisoned out, how we come down here to be slaves. You know, I don't understand that. How people could claim land and say you must listen to me. Like, and then you're doing it with an iron fist. I just can't get that part. Can anybody else tell me how you get that part? Like, you was born here. You might be a little bit older, might be a little bit younger, but you're going to come on a place that's telling me I can't build here. Like, I don't understand that part. And then I got to pay you to have a land for what? This is the thing that I just can't get as people, like, listening to these people saying they rule us, but you just put the money there. And then you keep it for yourself and give us breadcrumbs and bird seeds and say, hey, take this low wages and make it. But everybody else, what they, come on TV and say, oh, do this and do that. They ain't worrying about it because they're going to keep their homes. So the people who are over the TV telling us what to do, I have an issue with it. I really do, because it's like, how dare you tell me I can't build something, but just do whatever you want. I don't need nobody to govern my head. I could govern myself. And I'm tired of people thinking that they could tell people what to do. And this has been going on all through history. When it's going to stop? When are you people going to really look at it and say, yo, this shit is fucked up? They slaving our world for their money and they keeping it and making us get birdseed. When people going to get tired of that shit? When? Everything is high, but nobody got no job. No jobs, but you want us to pay back rent. And then you got your landlord that you've been in for damn near 20 years and looking at you like you got to get out because you ain't got no money. It's just, everything's backwards to me because you're not doing nothing to help the people. You're doing everything to harm us, but with a smile on your face. And that's very disturbing. Hey, trust me, put the mask on, but we ain't got none on. What? Like, ain't you supposed to set an example? And then you find out the mask, you can't breathe in your own carbon. And then the mask box tell you we're not responsible for any damage that we do to your body, like lung damage. So, ain't that kind of go with the lung damage problem with the COVID? So I'm trying to figure this out. Like, first they tell you don't use it, wear it, don't use it. You should, you can't. What? Everybody got 2 cents for everything, but I take it seriously when the mask could kill you, and I choose not to wear it. I go in the store to wear it because, they say to wear it, I wear it. But for that, I can't breathe with that. That's really, I can't breathe. I don't know how anybody could breathe when it's 1,000 degrees on that. I just don't know.
Right. Well, we definitely thank you so much, Star Vision, for coming through, sister. I'm glad for your 2 cents. We all feel the same. You're not by yourself, beloved.
Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a great year ahead, and just be careful. Just watch out for the wicked. That's what I do all day.
Yes, ma'am. You stay true, beloved. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye. And you see, we got our beautiful people and they respond and they got things to talk about. We want to make sure that we have a platform for them to not feel ostracized and be comfortable expressing their concerns, gripes, and grievances, especially when it comes to Indian country. So we always want to make sure that we have a space where the Indian gets to talk their shit and not have to be worried about being censored and whatnot.
I didn't know she can hear you. I was excited that she can even hear you because most of the time when we have a caller call in, They can't hear
Right.
everybody but me. But then when she was like, she heard you, I was like, uh-oh, I didn't got it. We got it. Nah.
Right.
But yeah, it's
So that was pretty awesome.
somebody in the chat said, oh, Vicky Simmons. Hey, Vicky, what's going on? All right, sister. She said we need to buy our communities back, like was discussed
Yes.
this past weekend at the No Grandma Killers Ancestry Tour
Yes, we
in
do.
Atlanta with Section 3 Land Banks info received. Check those databases. Now, I want to thank you for coming out, Vicky. And you are so correct. We have to look at tackling both. We're gonna have to look at city. We're gonna have to look at land in the city, blocks,
And rural property as well.
and
Yes.
rural, because we're gonna have to feed the city. If it comes
That's
down
right.
to it, and the city's not getting no food, somebody's gonna have to get somebody prepared to be ready to feed our own. So it's very important that both are connected. We're gonna have to start linking all of our rural areas with the city, especially these communities that grandma goes and gets her groceries. So that's very important. Those things can be done. It just takes more and more and more and more of us. It's gonna take more than 38, 33, 33 people. It's gonna take more than 1,000 or two. It's gonna take a couple of million of us on the same page. So we're gonna have to start working these think tanks out because we've been having think tanks, but we're gonna have to start building. You're gonna start bringing more folks. Like, hey, come check this out, man. We trying to build over here. We're gonna have to start building a network of people.
That's
What's
right.
good? What's good, Donnie?
And we have to, maintain a network of people that are about something, right? We don't want to maintain or establish relationships with these ain't shit people. We trying to get away from the doodoo cookies. We the last of the pack. We the last of the Mohicans, the ones that see a different vision for ourselves and our progenitors and antecedents here in Indian country. We got a different vibe. We got a different frequency. We need to maintain that. Even when it looks like we're losing to all these other people that have nothing but garbage and shit to put out into the frequency, it's not going to stop us. We are operating on a different type of time. In a race against time, which we don't have a whole lot of. So we got to cram a whole bunch of lessons, a whole bunch of different things into this butterfly effect before that moment passes us by. And then everybody goes back to Rip Van Winkle, back to sleep again for another 50 years or so. Until they figure out another way to emotionally attach our great-grandkids into feeling things that ain't there, swinging at targets that they'll never hit, and missing the targets that they're right in front of. We're supposed to be breaking the curses, not adding to it. We're taking away. There's some things we can subtract. We can add all the good stuff, but we can subtract those other elements that put a bad name on our people. We come from different shit. Can't your soul tell that by now? Your soul feels different. You may physically be fine, but your soul ain't intact because you see the shit that's going on. We got to change that. We got to change that. Is your body really healthy if your soul isn't? This is a question.
Facts. Let me see. Bonton. A million people.
Definitely. Anybody else want to call? 678-250-3777. We are live. Coach in Phoenix.
Right, we're live. We're gonna crank up all the other channels here in a little bit, but we had to bring it over here. While we getting callers in, you want to talk about Houston and Dallas?
Yes, indeed. The tickets are on sale for Houston and Dallas. I just put a couple of polls up to see how many people will need hotel rooms or accommodations so we can get the best rate and the most value for your dollar. Certainly, we'll put you under the Wild Feathers banner and you'll be comfortable. And they take really good care of everybody. So there's that. We definitely want to get an estimate so we can block off the hotel rooms and give everybody a good amount of time to be able to pay for it. So the event, Houston is actually 60 days away, and Dallas is, I believe, 57 days away. So we have the countdown timers on the webpage. You can purchase the tickets directly through the website as well. Also, don't forget to shop at the Wild Feather store. Okay. The t-shirts were on back order because of the COVID, and they were doing FIFO, which is FIFO. If you ever see that, that means first in, first out. So that kind of got slowed out. There are some orders that I do see that have been shipped out, and they didn't give a confirmation, but they certainly let us know that it was for COVID reasons in different states and manufacturers in the U.S. that are still shutting down. We can't deal with cheap China anymore. So this is what we're dealing with, our own, and it's just fine because cotton belongs home anyway, right? So definitely the tickets are on sale for Houston. It was a smash. We got something that, of course, is going to be different there in Dallas and different in Houston as well. And there's a treasure trove of different things that we like to unlock, and we're just going to keep trying doing different things. Also, once this stops, we have so many wonderful events that we want to plan, you know, and we got to just get this COVID thing is kind of messing a lot of things up, because the more that we're around each other and actually spending time and get to know each other collectively as a group, the more likely we are to buy and purchase a piece of land, and it really happens. You know what I'm saying? The things that we are looking to do, we can put a list of goals together and start knocking those things down, you know, and have that to be proud of, so that can motivate us to get to the level that we need to get to of self-governing, right? Where we can assess everybody's strong points and weak points and kind of match them up with the things that's going to be supportive so that we can grow. We have to multiply and magnify a lot of this information and a lot of the things that we know that haven't been working, and apply the things that we know can work. And we have to teach these to some of our grown children too. You have to teach these to your small grandchildren, as we have to practice it nonetheless, just the same. So I think things are looking really good for us. We just have to make sure we don't get absorbed too much into all of these other pools. You know, the Black Lives Matter and ADOS and you know, the racism, just all these other pools, and just be Indian, man. Just be you. Be you.
That's it. That's right. And have a conscience. Good. Goobly goo.
My goodness. That's how it works. That's why they called us the soul people. Are you sure these other folks is related to us? What bloodlines did you marry into? Who your baby daddy? Who your baby mama?
It's crazy. It's really, really
Right.
crazy out here. This is just like, we say all out war. It's all out war on ourselves.
Gotta know who you're marrying into, who you're breeding with. You don't want to breed with nobody that got a cursed family,
That's right.
right? You don't want to bring no child into that, huh? It's a lot of questions I guess we should be asking before we start multiplying households and shit, huh? So it can't just be the I Tarzan, you Jane, and we together and us love. No, no, no. We got some questions to ask. Do you have any many people with Down syndrome? Like, are there any Mongols or inbreds in your family? Did your great grandfather do anything that they had to leave the South because some lady cursed them, right? Like Beetlejuice, and put the little sprinkle powder on their head, and the nigga head just shriveled up on his shoulders. Remember? Gotta make sure you know what you're dealing with. Ain't that something? Who are you spiritually bonding with and attaching your child to?
Facts.
That's crazy. It's deep. It's a deep thing. It's a deep, deep thing. But shit, you got to know. You got to know. You don't be the first one to produce the ones that be banging their head up against the wall for nothing. You don't want that. I'm spiritually tormented. The shit been passed down through descendancy too. Got to break these curses. Got to get rid of all the chains, not just some of them, all of them.
That's right, though. These curses, it's more than just changing the way we eat. When you go to the doctor, say, do diabetes run in your family? They're gonna be asking you, do murderers live in your family?
Right. How many killers you got? Right. I remember being, and it's funny because I was just looking to be an office administrator for the FBI back in like 94, 95. And they ask you, I mean, you get an application like this. It's like 20 miles of bumpy road, right? And they ask you about all of your family members and your, this was just for office, like an office assistant, office management, something, you know, to that effect. And they ask you everything about you from, I mean, just they want to know your blood type, your newborn son's middle name. I'm telling you, it was just like, damn, all your first cousins. And I was just like, damn, you got to list all their charges, all of that. I was just like, you know what, this ain't the line of work for me. So I've always like, and to know now, like for me to be able to grasp the law in a whole different way. When I went to school for it, I was like, this is bullshit, and didn't really know how to connect the dots. And they have a way of making you feel inadequate. For instance, again, in 92, I thought this is when they just started. And shout out to Donald Trump because he changed this. This is when they just started to implement that you had to have an associate's degree to be a New York State trooper. So when I thought about it, you know, they had this way, you know, like you're 5'2". It wasn't more or less like you're a black woman or anything, but it was more like you're only 5'2". You sure you're going to be a state trooper? Like, and you know, you get like, there is always some reason why they made you feel like you couldn't do it. And then during the Bush administration, this is also when they implemented that you had to have an associate's degree just to be a state trooper in New York. So now Trump has taken that away. So now there's a young single mother or a single father that can now get into a career that can go straight from, you know what I'm saying, where he needs to go so that he'll be able to stabilize himself, even if he doesn't finish out there. But there is other things that you can do now that don't have so many prerequisites that seem unobtainable at the time. So this gives people that already have the families be able to go into action, into the workforce, and not be stuck at a poverty level, wondering what's going to happen and not having to put your baby father in the goddamn. Y'all work together as a team. We got to teach these young people how to be financially fiscal and not just be humping on each other when they move together and get their apartments, how they save money, right? And how they are able to, especially if they're young, they're able to start and have two pensions. There's nothing wrong with having two pensions. If you can be done with your first job by the time you're in your 40s and you're still young enough to start another one, by the time you're 65, y'all both will be straight. That's 4 different incomes between the two of you in a partnership.
I was gonna say, we got somebody online, but I was gonna say, that's about what I do over here with these boys. We work on credit. We work on building credit, maintaining good credit, the whole nine. So yeah, but we got a caller. Caller, state your name and where you from.
This is Tarloff.
Tarloff,
From
what's
Florida.
up, brother? Hi, my brother. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Healthy. It's good to hear from you.
Yes, the light turned green. Now I don't know how to go. But I was thinking, you know, if we had law, I don't want to say lawyers, but you know, someone that could exact law to protect our brothers and sisters, because I see that's one of the issues. You know, when we go into their courts, they're saying that we can't represent other or give counsels to others. But as we the people, we are the United States, so we should actually be able to represent each other.
Well, I
feel that's one of.
I guess that's a matter of using the right language. When you say represent, they expect you to have a bar number attached to it, right?
Right.
But there's called the next friend, and the next friend, that is the instance in they don't really want to deal with the next friend because they don't know what the next friend is about. In some states or jurisdictions, it may be called a best friend or even friend of the court. It depends on the language and the law of the land in which you are, right? So, and what they're saying. So there's still going to be a ways out of it. Now, if you say next friend, there's nothing that they can legally challenge regarding that, right?
Exactly.
So sometimes I act as next friend, and that usually makes them want to be like, damn, you know what?
Right.
Yeah. And I don't have to go say, I always do sui juris, because at the end of the day, I know for a fact that they have violated the rights as they try to, they break the law as they try to prove that you or somebody else broke a code. There's a difference, right?
Right.
There's a
Okay.
difference.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
But thanks for answering.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, beloved. It's still
All
good
right.
to hear from you. You have my number. You
All
call
right.
me.
You also.
Check in. No, you're all right, beloved.
And same to you, Coach. Have a great day. I haven't met you yet, Coach, even over the phone, but the sister Phoenix has helped me out a great deal.
That's what's up.
I ran into a little issue with the policy enforcers, and she called in and got me released. So yes, yeah.
Well, that's that's a testimony right there to show.
Yes,
she really
So
out
for all
here
the
helping
haters
Right.
that swear that she's against we the people, you know, she's the only one that called in. You know, I mean, first of all, I'm actually with a pale woman, and she didn't even hold that against me. You know, so again, for all these people that claim that she is racist and she's prejudiced and she's working against us, you know, she, you know, my girl actually called her, and Phoenix called and yeah, like I said, you know, she spit law and stated who I was and how I was to be treated, and they released me within the hour.
There it is.
Thank you, brother.
There it is. Over here,
To tell that
there it
story.
is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
And it was one of the things that she stated, which we seem to be so afraid of, or we want to put the black label on it, is Public Law 90-284. And you know, and that she said to me, that's all you really have to say. That's everything. You know, that's our rights right there. So,
Yes,
yeah.
that was Palm Springs County, I think. Ooh, they was tough. They was tough on me
Yeah.
too, and I had
Yeah.
I had to stay calm and I had to talk. I had some sense. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get all, you know what, and you better let my brother go. It wasn't like that. I took control
Right.
of the situation. Every time they tried to shut me down, I would ask the same thing in another way, in a manner in which I would think I would make a breakthrough. And I would ask the same thing over and over and over again. Ma'am, I don't know what you're talking. Well, you got it. And I would repeat the same thing, and I would stay monotone, and I would just take deep breaths because I wanted to reach through the phone and choke. Slam, because I was hearing a bunch of Shaniquas and Letitias giving me the business about my Indian. I couldn't believe it. So that was which was frustrating me. Now all of these so-called black people in charge, and they okay with them roughing my brother up in front of his son. I'm not okay with that. And if y'all are okay with that, I'll show you I'm not okay with that. I am. And when he get out, we're all gonna show you how not okay with it is. So who wants some? You're going to treat him right? I just want to make sure, because I'm really far away from him and I haven't heard from him and his woman hasn't heard from him. And y'all got this image in his son's mind. Oh, I gave it to him. Y'all got this image in his son's mind that's never going to leave. Somebody embarrassed my brother in front of his daddy. They embarrassed his baby in front of, embarrassed him. Yeah, no. It was unacceptable. It was unacceptable. And I got passed around, got hung up on a couple of times, but I made sure they got to him. And, you know, needless to say,
I never gave up my rights either, even when they finally released me, like when you called in and they released me within the hour, they actually wouldn't even let me see a magistrate. They wouldn't give me a pen or pencil, anything, or paper or pencil, because they knew that, you know, I was going to reserve my rights. So yeah, they end up releasing me.
There was one sister that kept mentioning the fact that you was in there giving them hell. And I kept saying he's supposed to. That means there's something wrong that you were doing. And I don't think y'all used to dealing with Indians. I think y'all used to dealing with black people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And there was one of the deputies she told me that her nation, that her mother was from, and she agreed with me. She was like, you know, I can't hold it against you. She's like, this is what we're supposed to do. She was like, you know, I feel for you. She asked me if I'd wanted anything from her, because, you know, I didn't want to accept anything from anyone else, because then you contract, which is something I learned from a lawyer years ago, that if you accept a chicken box from them, that's a contract. So for anything that they do after you eat that chicken box, it's a wrap. You know?
My son used to say, spies free lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's it. But thank you again.
You take care.
I'm kind of shy over the phone.
It's okay. It's okay. You about the shits in real life, though. I know that. It's okay, beloved. Well,
All right,
take care.
it's nice talking to you.
You too.
Peace.
All right, later.
Well, I see you doing your thing, Phoenix. I see you getting folks out of
We don't
jail and
talk about
shit.
that, though.
1
We don't
hour.
talk about that. We don't talk about that.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
You don't get no points for doing the right thing, right?
Right. But no, I'm just like, damn. That boy said 1 hour. I'm like, shit.
Right. This is
Caller.
why.
Hold on, caller. Go ahead, Phoenix.
Alito.
Oh,
How you doing?
I already know who this is.
Alito.
This Lorraine.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to revoice the fact that I'm still here in Florida, and then I am trying to link up with, like I said on the chat and everything, I'm trying to link up with other people here in Florida, peace officers. It's Human Rights Policy .us, and then there was a few in that area that I got a list of their numbers, and so I called some of them, and some of them are very knowledgeable in how and what, trying to be about the independence of your rights and everything. So I'm still learning, and then I wouldn't mind linking up with somebody, and I am going to represent my city. I wanted to voice that out, definitely.
I'm Phoenix. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Florida.
From Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And what did you have? Did you have a question?
No, I just wanted to voice that out and, network with you people.
Oh, with Wild
It's Ocala,
Feathers?
Florida, to be sure,
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said it's Ocala, Florida.
Ocala, Florida? Oh, what's
Yeah.
going on in Ocala?
No, we just got the same ridiculous problem that's everywhere else.
Right. Oh, man. Well, sister.
I have a sister of mine, and then she wants to get into real estate and everything, and then she's trying to think about the business aspect of some things, here in Ocala, and property ownership and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's my sister from my mother and my daddy.
So you need that information on how to do that?
She would need help because also because of the fact that I know that there's a Homestead Act of 1863. I read a little bit on it, but the fact that some people act like they don't want to read up on some things, but I know that there are people that wouldn't mind and they need the help.
Well, there's a little
I'm
more
definitely
to it.
trying to get my sister into, understanding some of these things, because I would steadily talk to her about some of the live chats that be happening all the time. And she's getting the idea through her head, even though she's going through so much crisis and everything else.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. Make sure she's listening to the right live chats, because some don't help anybody that's in crisis at all. You want to be where the help is. Anything else is a waste of time, beloved. Definitely understand that. As far as opening a business, is she active? Has she tried to get in touch with anyone to help her develop a business? Certainly, you two as sisters should be able to lean on each other and find some things that you like and enjoy doing together, especially for a stress reliever, because life does get crazy. I don't know if you guys like painting or just going to get your nails done or whatever it is that y'all like doing. Try and make some time and just be supportive of her. And especially if she's looking to open a business, then maybe she's going to need someone to work for her that she can trust. And if that's you, that would be part of an awesome build. If you can get someone in your family to support your ideas and
Yeah,
entrepreneurship.
that would be her, definitely, because there's a lot of things that, I'm going to be doing myself. Absolute.
Right. That's good. Well, I definitely hope everything works out for you guys. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah.
You have a good day, sister. Thank you.
You too, love.
All right. There we go. We back on the block. We had someone that's called in. They called in from I don't know what area that is. Let me see. They called in from Columbia, Maryland.
Oh, nice.
We had a Maryland caller call in. You can call back.
You can call back, caller. 678-250-3777.
Okay, and the tour, the tickets are up. They're available. People are already getting their tickets. Go ahead and get your tickets. Don't be calling talking about, oh, y'all sold out again. Because you know they go fast. It was a toll on where we should go next. And overwhelmingly, Texas represented. And now I'm starting to see those people get those tickets. I'm like, whoa, okay. So if you're going to be in the Texas area, make sure that you get your tickets fast, because we are promoting in the city very, very much, because we want a great big turnout from the city. We're looking for more people to help and more people to learn who they are.
Yes, and different vendors and stuff like that. Especially if you have anything in wellness, we encourage anybody that does Reiki to come through. We can certainly get something set up for you. A lot of people need that. That's part of the healing. There's some things that could be done. Definitely hit us up at nograndmakillers@gmail.com.
Facts.
If you're interested in being a vendor. We have a couple of vendors that had a really great experience, and they are absolutely coming with us to Texas as well. And they can pretty much go wherever it is that we can go. So we certainly do have room for more. Run your idea by us, or what it is your product is, so that that we can discuss it and see if we can add you guys to the tour. Certainly. Yeah.
Facts of life.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It was really, really cool, though. Anything. You never know. Somebody might want a feather or something, or a No Grandma Killers logo, right? You never know. Tattoo artists encouraged to apply. It's only going to grow from here.
Black ink.
Black ink. That's right.
So when they
That's right.
do they little thug thizzle. Oh, it's
That's
gonna be
right. Black
wonderful.
ink. Yes, indeed. So yeah, guys, I'm telling you, it's only gonna grow from here. I'm super excited. Everything's big in Texas, and we're gonna turn up. So it's gonna be double the size. So even with the social distance, you see how we had it at the No Grandma Killer. Everybody wasn't sitting on top of each other. You were able to sit with your parties that you were already quarantined with. It was pretty cool. I can't wait to get to New Orleans too. Let me just say that. I was told that we should come around Mardi Gras. That seems to be the consensus of a good time for us to show up, for cause and effect, of course, which is cool, because most of the people in Louisiana, they kind of already know. So we're definitely going to have to spice up a notch. It's always going to encourage us to get better and better each time. So there's so many different things to talk about, like while we're in Texas, that we're not just going to be limited to some of the things that we were in Georgia, per se. Texas, United States history, but it also has Mexican history and Spanish history that's still attached to the Indians. So it's going to be really interesting.
Carlito, hi. I was just trying to call in, I guess, to the show. I saw on Phoenix's page that you guys were live. This is Isaac Greenway. What's up, twin? Am I live right now? Because I can't see the feed and nothing like that. I
Yeah,
just
you
saw the
live.
number
We
on
can
my
hear you live. Everybody hear you live.
Okay, how y'all doing, Vig? How y'all doing? When I saw the post, and I was just like, I'm so glad and I appreciate that you were pointing this out because people don't want to hear this. And I say this as a same gender loving indigenous brother, but if you let people from my community they'll tell it, well, shit, you're not even a man and you shouldn't even speak on issues. So my thing is, it's like, we can't talk about uniting an army when you have the men of your community dividing and conquering the men that's part of your community. You can't make them feel unsafe and uneasy, but your boss could talk to you any kind of fucking way when you go to your plantation. So I'm glad that, y'all are still, and we are pushing that side of it, because even with the situation with George Floyd, I had some controversial things to say. I said, I think this shows the psychology of our people and how Breonna Taylor, when you look at what happened with her, I said, that's interesting because Breonna Taylor's murder was before George Floyd. Now, how come if we're going to say we're going to be a community, how come we're only prompt to get upset when something happens to an intentionally misclassified African American black male versus when something happens to the matriarch, we're not as outraged?
Yes, that is true. And it is difficult for women to speak out against it, especially indigenous women here in America, to speak out against it because we get accused of feminism, right? I've been accused of feminism, but everybody has been a witness to the abuse that these people in this particular area have tried to assault me. Not tried, they have disrespected me. They have disrespected, and I'm every woman. They disrespected all of us, right? And they think that they can. But at the same time, this was able to show what type of men are for the nation and what type of niggas is for the taking, right? There's a different type. We need to be able to identify that don't have that kind of stuff in their soul going on, right? Because there's a bunch of y'all and y'all don't get the love that y'all deserve because we always got to pay attention to these lame duck niggas, right? That want to take away and don't got shit to add to it, right? It's not fair. I totally get where you're coming from. We're looking to change that. I want to be a part of what's going to change that. I want to be a part of what's going to change that so we can connect with our kindredhood, right?
That's right.
Right. Right.
I don't
So
mind
I
pointing
mean, I
that out.
didn't actually. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Phoenix.
No, I was just saying I don't mind pointing that out because it's the truth.
It is. I agree, and that's what I'm saying. I said, well, hold on, wait a minute. See, I was raised by my pa, born 1926. You dig? My mom died when I was 6, so we honored. I had a picture of my mother, and you had your little glass of water. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. But my pa would always put me aside and say, bruh, that's your mom right there. You couldn't be here under no circumstances without your mother. Don't you ever forget that you are part your mother, part your father. So it makes my motherfucking me head spin when I see people who was raised by their mom, raised by their grandma, and you not as outraged by when something violently and malicious happens to a Negroid phenotype woman. Wait, you sexually attracted to her, but that doesn't translate to the protection. Why am I more protective? Why am I more protective than the women that you say you want to lay with? I have a problem with that. And then we talk about friend chasers. I said, well, here's the thing. And I love Sister Phoenix for pointing out the lost side of the doctoral text of the 1611 canonized. But we have to also look and see, though, how the dogma has affected us. Well, what I mean? Well, what I mean is that it's kind of interesting that when you deal with religions, it's always a he, him, and his. And I ask people all the time, well, can you be a he, him, and his without a penis? I don't think you can. So when you see that creation starts, you think that the first vagina was made from all penis-derived ingredients. So when it translates to when you see something traumatic happening to a leader, if you spiritually think that your creator is a he, him, and his, then when you see George Floyd, and I'm going to go here, you see Jesus Christ. You think you see the persecution and the death of Jesus Christ versus Breonna Taylor. And then people want to look at, politics is in everything. Let's look at the politics. Breonna Taylor showed that quote unquote Black Lives Matter. She was with another melanated brother. They were living together. He had his rights to carry. So why isn't there even more for these poor Black people? Why aren't you even more that outrage behind a woman whose life was an EMT worker? She was out here in these COVID streets versus a man who left his wife in Houston to go to Minnesota to work in a Spaniard Bay Club.
Let's talk about
but
it.
Because you think that your creators, and yes, we live in a patriarchal society. People, and I'm gonna just say this, because people think a faggot is a homosexual. Now, there are plenty of men who don't engage in homosexuality, and they very much faggots, because you are more concerned about what other men think than you are the women that you say you want to procreate with. I don't do that with men. I have no idea how men who don't sleep with men give much more of a fuck about what other men think of them. I can't tell you that, especially you got an OPP. I have my own personal penis. What the fuck do I look like modeling what I do with my dick? Because, nigga, do you know what works for my dick? Because I sure have my own penis. And I can't figure out, like, damn, this is what works for another nigga dick off of GP. How do you do that? I have no clue how you do it. And I engage in homosexuality. How do you do that?
This is heavy. This is heavy. They've never heard what you address. You said homosexuality, you engage in that, and they've never heard the Indian's perspective, though. This is deep.
Yeah.
Go for it. You go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was raised, and I tell people, the culture in New Orleans, my pa didn't have time to worry about this. He said, son, when you step out this door, ain't nobody gonna be seeing you as you gay and all of that. No, they gonna see you and they gonna classify you as Black. That's not what I told you what it was, but this is what you're going to have to deal with. And I need to prepare you for that. I need you to prepare you to navigate that. Not what you do in your bedroom. That's your business. If you ain't fucking with kids, I don't give a shit. So I don't know what it's like. And I say this even when I hear people, and that's what's interesting to me, because when I hear people based off of masculinity, I was like, okay, did you have a father? Or was he part of the sausage party? Was he part of, I just one of the yes men? I'm just going to go along because this is what all the other men say to do? Okay, then yeah, you might have had a father, but he was part of the sausage party. My daddy wasn't part of the sausage party. You couldn't boule us. You couldn't pay us. I'm a proud working, low income working citizen, quote unquote. We know that's some bullshit, but I'm not ashamed of that. Because what my ancestry and what I taught to honor your mother and father, how can you honor your mother or father when you ashamed of what their history was? Or whatever profession that they succumbed to and had to fight under. How can you honor your mother and father? How can you honor your mother and father when you take the moral compass of what you say that's oppressing you, and that becomes part of the aspirationalism of your personal relationship? How are you honoring your ancestors? You want to deal with the ancient ones, but you're not even dealing with your grandparents. You're not dealing with your great grandparents. You're not looking at that they tell you and document that you couldn't, they had to use different restrooms. Why aren't you outraged for that? And I got nothing against looking to pyramids and how great we are in a sense, but you don't have time to look for your ancient ones. You got too many of them here that bones are lying in the soil here where you yet live.
That's right. That's right. You ain't never lied, beloved. I definitely appreciate you calling. We're going to hear more from you.
I didn't think I was going to even get in. I was like, okay. I was like, shit, somebody rang. I said, okay, because I was surprised that I even got in.
No.
And I appreciate y'all for listening to me, what I have to, give to the, to our community.
Thank you, beloved. We'll hear more from you. We'll definitely hear more from you.
I sure will. All right. Okay, I love you, sweetheart. And brothers, y'all take care and you protect our sister.
That's right. That's right, beloved.
Peace, brother. Peace.
Later.
He ain't say baby like you say. You know they say it a different type of way in New Orleans. That's just some that should translate to baby. It just sounds so loving and welcoming. It really does. Well, that is the perspective. And that was truly deep. You have my brother who's gay, and he's an Indian, and he still has a tremendous amount of respect, and he sees what the women go through. He doesn't dress in drag. He doesn't do any of those things. He knows that he is Indian first and foremost. And he's very protective over our woman, over the matriarchal culture. He's very well grounded. He was raised by his father. And he knows that he Indian first and foremost, right?
Right.
It's a beloved thing.
We got
My beloved tenant.
Call us,
That's what I
state your
call it.
name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Halito.
Alito. Hi, family. It's me.
Hi. Hi. What's happening?
Look, I seen y'all was talking about me, so I was like, let me go ahead and call in and, just bring my presence.
Go for it, sister.
Hold on, can y'all hear me? Because I don't know. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I call in just to let y'all know. I know I'm not sure how much Coach told you, but I know he probably told you about me going ahead and putting the deposit down for Black Ink and getting that block in stone for it.
Yes. Yes, he told me, cousin.
Yes, cousin. I miss y'all. I really do miss y'all. I'm so excited. And I just cannot wait till everything go on. We got 2 parties so far. One going to be on August the 1st here in Atlanta. And then I set up the next one for us in Houston.
Yes. So cousin's got Black Ink coming to Houston. She's got it set up. They're going to have a party in Atlanta. Also, we're going to help her promote that. This is one of our beautiful cousins that we met at the No Grandma Killers tour in Atlanta, who came with another cousin, right? And we got to sit in there talking. And we got 3 common lines, and I'm pretty sure we have more. So this is what we talking about, tribing up. She's beautiful. They just match. They match everything about them matches the family that we grew up with. So that same energy is deeply in us, and I love them. They're absolutely beautiful. They firecrackers. They go getters, and they know they motherfucking got Indian and they family. Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited too because he just had called me yesterday just to confirm the dates as far as in Houston. So I just need to know the exact dates because I told him Labor Day weekend, correct?
Yes, Dallas on the 4th and 5th and Houston on the 6th and 7th.
Okay, 6th and 7th. So I'm going to let him know either the 6th or the 7th. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Yes, I'm so excited, y'all. I was like, once he was like, he had some available dates in August and in September.
I was like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and put the deposit down. I said, because I need you at this family event, because I didn't get him to do my feather tattoo that he was supposed to do on my leg, on my cast card. So I didn't get that done. So I told him I'd wait and get that done, then.
When we're there. And that happened because we was at the mounds, right? We took a long time getting that way, leaving the mounds, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So after the Grandma Killers tour, we got to spend some time with our cousins, and we all went to the mound, and it was hard. Tasha had to get a later flight. Like, it was hard for us to leave each other. Like, we really wanted to stay together. Like, it was so dope. The energy was so high. No matter where you were in the park, when Miss Lisa Cypress was beating on the ground, honey, you felt that. When I tell you, if you didn't levitate off the goddamn ground,
Yes, that was an experience of a lifetime for me.
you got to be careful when you get high like that. That's a different type of high. Let me like my joint. That's a different type
Mm-hmm.
of high. It was so
Yes,
dope. It
it
was
was.
amazing.
I just
Thank you.
wanted to call in and just, let y'all know
Yes.
that I'm here. I'm watching and everything. I'm
Yes.
excited. I can't wait to continue to build with my family. And I was just
Yes.
telling my father, I was like, Daddy, I met some of our cousins, Daddy. I was like, can you believe it? He was like, for real, where? He was like, oh, the one that was in the video with, that was doing the asking me, oh, your grandma. I said, yes, Daddy. I said, that's family right there. He was like, oh, wow, okay. And so he was
Yes.
excited as well. So I told him everything or whatever. So it was great. It was really great.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to meet him. Yo, this is how it goes, man. This is how it goes. And this is how we squad up. This is how we tribe up. This is the best part of genealogy, I'm telling y'all. What are the chances of that
Mm-hmm.
happening? The best part of it. The best part of it. I love you, cousin. I can't wait till we see each other again. That was so dope.
I love you too, cousin. Well, y'all go ahead and y'all continue on with y'all live. I love y'all. Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, how you
And yeah,
doing?
I talk to you soon, cousin.
Yes,
And
indeed,
tell
beauty.
Loyalty I love her too. Mwah.
Yes,
Kisses.
yes. She heard you. She heard you.
All right.
All right.
All
Okay.
right.
Talk to you soon. All right. Later.
Okay, beloved. Yes, so that is our cousin Mika, ladies and gentlemen. She is super, super dope. And we thought they were dope before we got into the genealogy. And look, and that's the apple don't fall too far for the tree, baby. And we have 3 lines together. West, Best, Gibsons. They're the same people. Gibsons and Turners. So this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm super excited. And that's how it goes. And we just keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Hold on, someone is calling my phone. 1 second.
Big things, big things. Highly appreciate what y'all doing. Queen L. Austin also putting everything in place. Let's see. Uwetzi. What's up, Uwetzi? Yolanda Sanders. Johnny. What's up, Johnny? That's what I was going to say. Johnny, you ain't had to take that down. You said it right. We got to reach him somehow. He said, we are the gangsters that listen with self-defense rights and knowledge for how to police their community, and they can spread that to the rest of the gang, starting with the ones that's able to listen.
Coach, put the number up on the screen. They're calling the business number and not the
Oh,
678.
okay. No problem.
I just gave it to the brothers. We're about to get a call in a second.
Oh, dang. Before I can put it in. There it is.
I gave him the number.
Oh, okay. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, my name is Deron. I'm calling from Richmond, Virginia.
Virginia, what's happening?
Yeah. Look, I have a lot I want to ask, but I'm not gonna take too much of y'all time. I just want to say shout out to y'all. I really appreciate like everything y'all doing. I don't think y'all understand what kind of journey y'all set me on. I've learned so much. It's just a lot. But predominantly, I've been, ever since I ran into y'all, I've been trying to do my genealogy research. I've learned a bit, but you know how it goes. Like my mom don't know her dad. Certain people don't know certain people. Like they never met their dad type stuff. A lot of holes. A lot of family drama. that trying to sift through just the actual, get factual, factual things that I can go on. I'm having a lot of trouble. But just knowing that you guys are doing what y'all doing to keep my motivation up, I'm trying. But I don't know too much about this genealogy thing. I'm doing everything I can, but man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's difficult. Like, it's difficult, but I'm trying. But y'all motivation.
Big homie, the basics. Did you go to like you started your tree on the websites, correct?
I did, yeah. I got an Ancestry.com, like family tree and
Okay.
everything, but really,
So how far did you get back?
as solid as I can get is, I believe my I haven't looked at it in a little while, I'll be honest, but the furthest I've got back is my great grandma, I believe, solid. And I found her, I'm putting on my ancestry.com. But yeah, I found her. I found, like, a few records and whatnot. I know she lived in South Carolina, and she told me herself that her people, they were sharecroppers. Like, they kind of like shared the land with some white people. She used to farm tobacco and all of that. But she passed recently.
Okay.
But
Go ahead.
I'm looking at it.
You said you used to farm tobacco. That couldn't have been that long ago. So that is a good indication that you will find the rest of the family. They don't just get into the tobacco industry in the last 70 years if that wasn't part of their culture and family business.
That's something they
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
They knew that.
That's total Indian culture. So
that's right.
Yeah, that was completely our industry that we dominated. Definitely hit us up on nograndmakillers@gmail.com. We'll be doing some genealogy classes soon, so you'll be able to keep up, and some little exercises and tips to help you stay motivated so that you can see for yourself. It's always going to be better the further that you're able to get on your own, because you get to experience what you should, especially from all the shit that they stole from us. There's a lot of things that get taken away when this genocide and this ethnocide was taken. So we always encourage people to try and go do as much as they can, even with the frustration and stuff like that. If you get to the third great grandparent and you get stuck on one, there's 31 other grandparents that you can work on. You know what I'm saying? So just switch up every once in a while, and you'll go further in different lines than you're able to. This way that you can stay motivated, and you want these to be in your subconscious. The people that they told you didn't exist, you want those names running in your subconscious so that they could send you those messages so you could get activated and stay protected. That's where it's at. So the repetition of you seeing those names and getting frustrated with them, the last one that you got stuck on, call their name out. Call their name out. Say something to them. Homage. Burn tobacco for them. And tobacco, burn tobacco. Do it again. Go sip out of water this time. Be at peace when you do it. Wait till you feeling real good and ain't got nothing else to do, and that's what you do. You take your time to meditate. Think about your greatness too. Think about what you could do to be great. Focus on something that's gonna make you happy. All that stuff gonna open up. Don't worry about the problems to the left or to the right of you. You think about what you as an Indian man gonna be able to bring forth with your youth right now, right? What could you create?
I did. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm soaking it up. I swear. But like and that's why I really appreciate y'all. Y'all keep my motivation going, because I'm surrounded by everybody who just think I'm crazy. You feel me? Like, I'm surrounded, like my whole family. Typical things like, we are from Africa. They start talking about Egypt as soon as they, it's like, just completely off the boat. And I be trying to tell them, like, no, we need to look deeper into this. But I'm surrounded by people who just don't care, just don't want to listen. I appreciate y'all for the motivation.
Hey, homie, before you go,
you keep coming back on over to grandma's house, cousin. Because at the end of the day, these are the places that you have to go so you don't feel so alone, right? And once we keep digging, you're gonna find some more cousins anyway. The cousins that do listen and do know what time it is. That's
what I
what the
can
goal
tell
is.
with my family that didn't believe me when I was telling them all this and started saying I was crazy and stuff, So I know where you're going with that, but this is what I can say about it. When you telling the truth, they'll start piecing it together. And all you gotta do is stay humble. Don't get in your emotions because they're not listening to you. Just keep shooting gems at them and keep it pushing. And things gonna come across their feed, and they're gonna be like, oh, somebody's been telling me this. And then they'll start coming to you one by one. And then after a while, the whole family will be on board. So don't pressure yourself. Just keep shooting them gems at them. Stay humble with it. Don't get pissed off at them because, I mean, I've been through it with my own family. I know exactly what you're talking about. But now most of them will start. They'll come around. They know they know what I'm talking about, and they're looking for themselves. So just stay at it. Just stay at it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you have a good one.
You too, beloved. Keep well. Keep well. Hit us up on nograndmakillers@gmail.com. We'll help you with your genealogy.
I will. You got it.
I see him. All right, Bill.
Yes.
So
go
ahead.
Go for it. Go for it.
That's like I know a lot of you all. I have a very, very big family. Like if you know me, and I'm in the country. It's a lot of us out here. And when I first started telling folks, they would be like, "Oh yeah, Grandma Lou was Indian." Yeah. You know, they all know Grandma Lou was Indian, but then they be trying to find that black. So we Indian and black. But then I'd be like, great granddaddy Red was from France. So where did the nigga come from? You get what I'm saying? So it's just you really gotta dig. And when you start digging, when you start hitting them with facts, they can't deny it because unless they got something to come back to debunk what you saying, you speaking facts if you already did your homework. And just keep pushing it. Just keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. But also while you're doing that, what you say, Phoenix, we gotta learn how to walk and chew bubble gum. While you're looking for grandma, we also gotta figure out a way to stop this BS going on in our communities with these folks killing because for years, even since the 80s, it was what they call the black on black crime and we gotta stop killing, ain't number funerals and da 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 and da da da, and now it's getting to the point to where we're dying at like just crazy numbers. Like you have a funeral with one dude and you might have another one next week, but 50 funerals a week from the same city. Now this is ridiculous. It's just like, okay, y'all done took beyond rap music to kill a nigga to a whole different level. You get what I'm saying? Like they literally killing. They just like, oh, I killed. Like I seen that video with that guy and in that store, and all he said was 2 words, and Buddy gunned him down inside the store with children running across him.
With the children right there.
Oh man. So it's like even when I seen the one with man walking with his child across the street yesterday, or the day before yesterday in Brooklyn, and the car just pulled up and stuck his whole arm out of the car and shot the brother. It's just like, okay. Now, it's like, how do I insert myself into this bullshit before we wipe ourselves out? Fuck Africa. They ain't even gonna make it to Africa at this point. Niggas trying to go to Africa. You know what I'm saying? I understand. That's probably where we need to send these niggas. I don't know what we need to do. But
Kane didn't even make it to Atlanta and menace to society, remember?
He couldn't make
that
it.
That nigga couldn't even make it to Atlanta.
That's right. He couldn't even get down south. And now they trying to bring it to the south. It's like, okay, all right. That's why the governor said, send the troops because he's watching what's going on in our major cities. And now for us to have a city here, he's like, hold on, we ain't going to let this get like this. Can you blame them? They scared. Shit. Even if we getting paid for it, if we ain't, it's a right to be scared. God damn it. Shit. If we let these niggas down here, they run from Chicago and come down here, we going to be on the same shit.
Yeah, these niggas gonna kill all the innocent future people to bring us out this mess. And then, they just gonna have to pass more draconian laws because we got these crowd of niggas that we won't police, so they gonna have to. And when they do it, that means all of us is gonna be getting policed for no reason,
That's
right? Because they ain't never control these niggas. So it's no wonder why they be chasing motherfuckers' kids around the goddamn projects. Now, I ain't saying it's right, but let's not act like we ain't got a bunch of bishops that kill Raheem ass niggas, right? Gonna address these. Gotta address these fucking babies.
That's right.
Right? We done gave all our kids all the hugs and cooked meals and correction and all that, but there is a class of children that didn't get none of that. They don't give a fuck about grandma, yours or mine, theirs included, and they angry as fuck. And now these are throwaways. And all they want is love, right?
That's right.
That's all
That's
they ever
right.
wanted. And now nobody wants to. Something got to change.
It's about to change. It's about to change. We gonna figure this one out. I'm about to call everybody and their mama. Oh yeah, we Indian, but today I'm calling them regards on stopping this bullshit going on in the community. Goddamn.
Right.
That's why I said, like, we're gonna have to
Boys,
really.
these little girls got guns too.
Well, shit.
These little girls got guns too.
Why they own family ain't taking care of their ass? Y'all be quick to go kill a nigga for killing your own, but when your own do stupid, how quick is you on his tater? And I ain't talking about kicking his ass neither. Shit. Because somebody else gonna kill him for the dumb shit he did. Hell, we're gonna start correcting out.
They be kicking their kids out at 18. I was
Right.
hoping mine just now even.
With
They
no
be kicking their son
goddamn.
out.
With
They
no
be kicking their
goddamn.
goddamn stuff out. Make
Right.
him competition with the nigga that don't never treat her right. I see how these bitches be doing it, making your son your motherfucking father.
Right. Don't know nothing about credit, paying bills, cleaning. You gotta beat his ass to take out the trash, and you paying all the bills
These niggas' first
over and over and over
experience
again.
was protected with violence. Some of these niggas' first experience with violence was protecting their dumbass mothers from the nigga they had in the house. Let's keep it real. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. Some of these little niggas' first experience with violence was bucking up against the nigga that wasn't treating his mama right while she was giving him the business.
And after that, it was
And
go.
he got to compete with a nigga over his PlayStation. That happened a lot in the
right it
90s
did.
and 2000s. It happened a lot. These kids is those problems now, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Bitches was taking pills and all that shit too. So you got chemical dependent and balanced babies with fucking any attitude adjustments, and they on some hands-on shit. But they fly as hell. They look good. They
That's
look
it.
good, but they fucking killers.
That's right. Something happened. I don't hear you no more.
Independent
There you
woman,
go.
what? Independent woman, that little diva phase that everybody went through and all of that. There's a lot of neglect going on. Now you got all these throwaway kids, right? This is why we need our group homes so we could do something different. We could do something different.
We need camps for boys, helping them learn trades, and
We
then we
got all
need
the
brothers
people
in the hood to hire them whenever they learn the trade.
with these systems against our people when we can bring the shit home, and nobody don't want to do that type of action, right? Because we got to have some sort of social work involved as well, right? It's not just about us claiming that we Indian and stuff. We have to fix our communities, right? Whichever way that we can, and that may include having to help other people. We can't just have a homeless shelter on fucking Skid Row and then be like, eeny, meeny, mighty, mo, you can't come in, and we still got 10 beds. So what that mean? You ain't gonna help the nigga that look like Richard Dreyfuss on crack? Because what? He ain't Indian? Like, we gotta get out of that too. We gotta give the help where it's needed, right? Because we got the love that's necessary to fix some of these things. We got the healing and the people that's willing to work with these people that nobody want.
I got it. Somebody said start.
And if we don't take care of the people that nobody want, the ones that we do want around ain't gonna be here because they're gonna be victims of them niggas. So act like it ain't your problem when it's totally your problem. Just because it ain't happened to you today.
We can't hear you.
So
there you go. Went out.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we just got shit we gotta do, man.
That's
We got
just
shit we gotta
facts.
do. We need to keep on.
But he said starting a trade school. So check this out. Instead of starting a trade school, L. Austin, how about getting the brothers that already have the trades, even if they don't know how to start a business, they get with me. I help them start a business, and on their business, as we pick up, I even help them get the jobs to run the business. I mean, jobs to keep them busy. And as they get busy and we get them bigger jobs, they hire younger guys who has no experience and teach them. The guys that can't go to college and get the trades because they don't have high school diplomas, but they out here doing nothing, that's
can
willing to work.
definitely put together a vocational program. And see, this is the thing. This is the beautiful thing about knowing how to do things the right way. We know how to fill out these contracts and look over these things. Like there's people that we're not disadvantaged like we were before. We know how to apply for things, what applies to us, what doesn't apply to us. You know, there's so many different things that we have that we can use to our advantage. The fact that we all can be vetted, got clean records, and can actually open and obtain a group home, a foster care agency. We have people that's Indians, that's doctors in education. We have people that are physical doctors. We have all sorts of things, all sorts of people in our reach, and we need to make sure that we can incorporate that into our own benefit like everybody else does.
We can do it.
It's not hard, but we got to make them feel comfortable like they're pulling away from what it is that's getting them paid, whether we like it or not.
Phoenix, could you hear me earlier? I think I was on mute.
No, what'd you say, bro?
I was talking about when I was talking earlier. I think I was just my mic was on mute. Okay, I'll come up there. Okay, go ahead. All I was saying when he said he started trade school, and I was saying better than that. It's nothing better than the trade school, but a lot of these brothers don't have high school diplomas. So I know we can get classes to get them started, to get their GEDs or something so they can get in these trade schools or whatnot. What I would say is, what I was trying to say, but what I was trying to say about the trade schools was, how about I get one of these brothers? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Phoenix?
Yes.
Okay, what I was trying to say is, what we need to do is get these brothers that already have these trades, that already know how to do this stuff, right? Even if they don't, if they're working for somebody else, but they're real good at what they do, they need to get with us at Wild Feathers, and we need to start them a business and get them some work. As we getting you some work, it's only one thing, though, that I ask, is that if you're working and we help you start this business under Wild Feathers, that the main goal is that when you hire a young man that's willing to work, because there's a lot of guys out here willing to work, they just don't have the experience or just the basics, is to teach them the trade, like hands-on training, because that's all they need. You get one of these brothers and show them 2-3 times, they got it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they know they're gonna make some money, they can work fixing something, nobody not standing on a line or anything, that they can go out and work for themselves. That's what we need. We need to start teaching these brothers how to fix these things, bringing them into these companies.
Has a complete apprenticeship program.
Right.
That will, and those are the industries that we need. And mechanics, even the cosmetology. Listen, let me tell you, the number of men that have grown in the nursing field. And shout out to David Corey, y'all. I don't know if he missed his call, and he would be a wonderful nurse too, right? Shout out to David Corey. But anyway, they have so many different areas, but as far as the GED is concerned, we need to teach them literacy. They need to know how to read, because we don't want them to just be dependent on what it is that they remember in order to pass this test that they say is what is required. We need them to be
the ones that ain't gonna go to school though, Phoenix. The ones that got kids at home and feel like they can't go to school.
I come from terroristic teachers and principals, so I am not someone that's going to argue as to why they don't want to go to school, but that's their school. We need to have our schools where they don't have to worry about that, right? Where they're not going to feel.
That's right. I agree with the school, but I'm talking about these guys that's working every day. Like around here, I know some brothers like Baked Bean. He does not landscape. He do hardscaping, where they do yard work with the concrete and stuff like that, make the yard look beautiful. And he gets these brothers, and he might get like 4 to 8 kids off the street. They ain't doing nothing. And now all these boys know how to drive a forklift, lay concrete, build walls, and all this, and they work for him every day. So now after a year, he's able to give them their own jobs. You get what I'm saying? And they all working under him. And that's what I was saying. Like, they can start making money immediately just learning, just by being the laborer, just by toting stuff. And they build on as they learn. They pay get better as they learn. Now they feel confident. I can feel my family. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that I'm saying that's just out here
They
that's
shouldn't.
looking for
They
work
are
now.
not responsible though. But you see what that goes. That leads back to the little boy being a man's role in the house again. He don't got to give his mama a damn dime of that paycheck. That's not the right type of pressure.
That's right. But when you
That should
got
just be
grown men living at your mama's house, that's a different
done for
story.
him. Not because mama ain't going to survive, because her son ain't making no bread. This is why they end up going in the goddamn streets under that notion.
Wait a minute.
And
Say
these
that
women is
again.
wrong for doing that.
Wait a minute.
This
Say
is
that
why they go to
again.
the streets under that notion that they have to provide for mom. What happened to the collective
Nah,
cooperative
just
economics?
provide for yourself. That's what it is. You gotta learn how to provide for yourself, not your mama.
Ain't nothing wrong with doing for mama, but that can't be, that should not be a young child's motivation, a young male's motivation. At
Oh
some
yeah,
point, he's going
that's
to have to
right.
take care of his wife and his own children,
That's right. That's right.
not be married to mom. And these bitches got to stop doing that.
Facts. That's facts. You talking about the men at the house. That's what you talking about. I got you. The ones that's doing good. I got you. Because you know that shit goes all types of ways. Especially with these young men. I'm talking, but we got a call on the phone. Call us, state your name and where you from.
What's happening, beloved?
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Anthony, Genesis American.
Hey,
Just saying
Genesis.
what's up. Can y'all hear me?
What's good with you?
Yes.
What's up, y'all? I was calling to say I watched y'all thing on the webinar. I loved it a lot. Appreciate it. Sorry couldn't make it there. I'm all the way out here on the west, and the ticket's like ridiculous by the time I wanted to get a plane ticket back home to Atlanta. So I had to watch y'all on the webinar. And matter of fact, y'all just what y'all just talking about, I kind of wanted to talk about that. I've been an automotive technician for like 15 years, and you know, I just comment on y'all videos every now and then, say what's up, good job, appreciate it. You know, I just want to know what can I do to help. But I do work for a corporation job, and I am under a contract far as at this job. But I can probably do small little videos after work. I just can't show none of the logos of the company's name. Like start out basic stuff like oil changes, how do you do that, tire rotations, you know, and then I can post it on my channel. And if y'all want to use my channel and just transfer that and let people know how to do simple stuff, just in case they get like broke down on the road, how to jump their battery if it dies or a tire flat, how to change a tire, I can help out with that if y'all
That's dope.
need some little help with that.
Yeah, that's dope. We could probably work on some type of program. We can talk. I'm gonna get with you. Make sure you give me your phone number at nograndmakillers@gmail.com.
Yes.
So, cause we looking to build.
We might be able to get a location in school.
That's right.
Because it's videos
And
on
you
the
can
internet that show, but they move really fast. So if the basic person don't know what they're looking at, they're really gonna mess up they means of making their money. You know?
Yes.
So if I can just show like a little 10-minute video on how to do an oil change, that'd be like perfect for the average person. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. We love that. And we'll help you with that. We'll help you with that. That would be so dope. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Make sure you send your information
Necessary.
so we
I
can
learned
reach
how
back
to
to
do
you.
a tune-up that
It's
way.
Genesis American.
All right, Genesis
I
American,
talk to
everybody.
every now and then, yeah.
That's right.
So, all
right,
right,
thanks a
hit
lot.
y'all up on y'all the web page.
All right, brother.
Okay.
All right, cool. Y'all have a great day, man.
You too.
You too, beloved.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Phoenix. I put a shop up. He get in there working. Uh-oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me oh, here we go. But yeah, I'll throw up a shop so quick. As
School.
long as I
Everybody
know.
get to do what they love to do and employ their own people and man, be able to double each other's salaries and stuff like that. Make it lucrative for people to quit their job. If I wouldn't ask my cousin who's an MSW that has her career to leave her career unless I thought I could double her money working for your own people.
That's right.
right?
All we ask is to do
Sometimes that's
people
what it
right.
takes. It ain't right, but I'd rather deal with that to get what's right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That is. Man, I'll throw a shop up so quick. Hey, bro, come on. I got about 10. Uh-oh, here we go. Let's see what we got. How you doing? Call us, state your name and where you're calling from.
Halito family, this is Akasha.
Halito, beloved,
And
how are you?
hey, I'm in Virginia, y'all. Y'all know I'm in Richmond right
Okay.
now. I was just calling because, as I know, I was there at the tour,
Yes.
and I just wanted to shout out Coach. Those boys that was there, they were so good with my sons. That's all my sons talk about.
I know they had a
Yeah.
good time. Them boys
Yeah.
had a blast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the boys,
So
that's
they,
why I
you
can't
know,
shout them boys out good enough. I mean, enough, because
They learned how to hit that punching bag and stuff, and
they did everything with them
yeah.
kids. Like, hey, my little crew that I got, they was the whole staff. They did
They
it
are
all.
so dope. They was
Hey,
helping
they
with the
did
kitchen.
real
They
good.
was everything. They was at the door. They was where you, what you need now. They do it, and they do it with love. Like, it's so dope. They
yeah,
all
they
got
did
a
for
story
sure.
about them too. You know, and that's where I've seen it. You know, I stayed at Coach House for a month. I've seen how he got a special thing with them boys, and them boys have shared their own stories with me, their own individual stories, and to see where they were to where their mind is at now, and the conversation and the respect that they have for Coach and Shaka, like, they amazing people. That's why, to me, it's really important. I want to help them get a group home, right? Because I've seen people ask them to take their children because this is happening in their life. A lot of people, and I'm sorry, but this is what it is. And, you know, yesterday was Shaka's birthday, and I was something that I was hoping that we had done already, because this is something that's necessary, right? But I'm telling y'all, there's a certain approach, and the way that the male gets disconnected, I don't know what Coach did. I don't know, because his mama, and I met his mama too. She a tough cookie. She was in the military. You know what I'm saying? But he has a way of dealing with them boys that don't give a fuck. When you hear their story and they tell you all the shit that they did not give a fuck about, and how they were able to think on their own, and the tools that they got from Coach to be able to process things in their own mind, to be able to know about the things they do give a fuck about, right? When you can help reinforce the esteem in a young male of color to where he dropped out of high school, was virtually the laughing stock, and went back and bust ass and graduated, right? That type of stuff. No, he couldn't keep his hands to himself, out punching up on everything, right? They best friends now after trying to kill each other in town. Like, that's their story.
They got a
Now they
story.
stop other brothers from beating up on each other. They got something, and what I'm seeing is a transfer of sponsorship, if that makes any sense, right? The jewels that Coach
Absolutely,
learned,
yeah.
to these next children. These children are hell bent on passing it down the same way, right? And they got it to a point where they not too far away from their peer group to know that they could pull the other kids up that was doing the shit that they was doing when they was 13, 14, 15, that was leading them in the fucked up path. These boys ain't in their high 20s or nothing like that. You talking 17, 18-year-olds that knew that they might not have made it if they ain't make some changes, right? So we got a different voice and ear that we listening to, and those the kids that need the most protecting and the most love, because they just changed their shit around completely, right? We need more of that. We
Took a little
need some of
fighting.
that. I don't
It
know.
took a little
That's
fighting, but hey, them some
right.
good boys. Like I got another young man now, and he's a good young man. It's going well as long as they, they don't have to be respectful when I get them. They be respectful when they leave, though. But yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I work with young men. I see where I come from, Chicago. I see the lack of, and I just try to put myself where the lack is missing. That's basically try to give them scenarios that they can understand, because you can tell a child something, they're not gonna understand it because all they see is their way is the right way. So I have to give it in. Oh man, I might have to give it in 50 different examples just for them to get one and be like, oh man, you telling me this. Like, they might fight me nonstop. I'm talking about be standing on what they saying. And I just have to just keep shooting, just giving it to them and giving it to them, or trying to get them to understand of something they didn't did, or something they trying to do, one of the two, and just get them to make the right decisions. Don't make the decision for them, but actually let them know, look, when you make this decision, this is what's going to come from this decision right here. And that's basically what I do with the young men. Basically, anywhere I go, like, I like dealing with young men because, like I said, I see myself, I see talent in them. I see talent in all young men. Some people don't see what I see, but that's just what I'm good at. So that I'm willing to work with anyone's son, especially with the women, as the son's bigger than the women. They can't handle it. I'm sure enough willing to deal with those guys, deal with those young men. But we are working on a group home. I'm not trying to be the what they call the brother, the Dr. Umar, and start begging folks for money. So we've been trying to and been working to do this on our own. The tour is a good way that we can get money and help people and be able to get the funds going to get the building. The man that owns the building even worked out an awesome deal with us. I'm talking about a ridiculous deal just to get us in the building. He like, yo, anything to get y'all going. So we're really working hard to get in this building. It's a very, very huge building. It can accommodate up to 26 young men. That's what the state says. You know us. I'll probably have 50 of us in there by the time I get done. But it'll accommodate 26 very comfortably. And we just we're excited and ready to get it started. We already have a nonprofit for it.
Especially, look, they be all right between Coach and Shaka. And so if we could get the Carter's Creations to contract, them niggas eat them grits, all them kids gonna calm down. Maybe that's what's wrong with them. They ain't having Carter get their life together. We're gonna have to do something about it.
I'm bringing my boys for sure.
Bring them. The younger the better, though, at the end of the day. The younger is the better. Because once they get a whiff of what's going on, they grow up knowing, like, this the way I'm supposed to live. Won't nobody be able to deter them into doing dumb shit or dumb stuff.
That's right.
Absolutely,
that's right.
Yep.
And we here to help. There's people out here, single parents and stuff. We ain't shaming nobody. We don't know niggas need help until they say they do. We got to start being able to ask for help and tell motherfuckers they need help and be okay with extending help, right? If we don't do it now, it's going to hurt us all in the end like it's hurting us now. And we forgot to rely on each other, and we looking around for the wrong people. It's people out here. People out here. Sometimes strangers got more kindness for you than blood relatives.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's the true fact.
I'm trying to tell you.
So,
and I'm definitely gonna email you guys too, because I didn't get my genealogy done, and I'm stuck on like my fourth grandparent. So
okay, yeah, make sure you email us. We so thankful for you coming out. I know them boys had a ball. They talked about them boys all night.
They was fun too.
I was like, wait a minute, you got some little stars on your hand for them to be so young. They got rhythm and everything. He wasn't playing.
Yes, super talented.
Yeah, they still talking about it. They're like, Mom, when are we going back? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know when they're having another event there.
Well, we're going to be over your way no time soon. I mean, soon. It won't be too long before we get over your way. Because I know Texas is far. But we will be coming over to the East Coast.
Yes, we will.
We wait for you to come to Virginia for sure.
That's what's up.
Yes, indeed. We'll be there. Thank you so much for coming. It was so dope to see y'all.
No problem. Thank you guys for all that you do. I just wanted to shout out and let everybody know that it was a great event, and it was definitely welcoming for, the little Indians out there. So
that's right.
Bring y'all kids if y'all need to. Don't let the children be an excuse for not coming.
That's
right. That's right.
Y'all
I'm happy that you brought it.
She brought the little people with her. And everybody had a good time.
Yes.
All right, y'all have a blessed day. Talk to y'all later.
All right, talk to you later.
You too, beloved.
Peace.
Oh yeah, Phoenix, that was a good one. Them little boys was cut. They had a good time. Oh man.
Oh yes, indeed they was. Yes, indeed they was. They was on the microphone.
Yeah.
They got the happy. dance machines. They was tough as nails. The littlest one, the roughest out of all of them. The whole basketball thing fell on top of him, and he just looking at everybody like, "Get this off me." Got up and ran and kept going.
Kept it
Yeah,
moving. Everybody stopped like,
kept it moving.
he like, don't be looking at me
Yeah, we
like
all
that.
about
I'm
to, oh
playing.
my God. Yeah, Shorty was like, "Hey, I'm good." Kept it moving. It was dope. It was dope.
Awesome.
It was really dope.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got another one. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
Hello, I'm from Arkansas, and my name is Bobby BJ. Hello.
Arkansas, Bobby DJ.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing? How's it going?
What's good? What's good? Can you hear me? Oh, he hung up. He must couldn't hear us. He probably couldn't hear us. Had Chief Spirit Wolf rapping with them. All the children.
Drop that number again. That's 678-250-3777.
All right, here you go. He should be good this time. Can you hear me now, big homie?
Hello. Sorry, just the phone gets dropped call. But,
okay.
Hey, how you doing?
What's good? What's
I'm from
good?
Arkansas. Yeah. How you doing, y'all? I was just kind of. I was just getting give me y'all. I just wanted to call and let you guys know y'all doing an awesome job, and I'm paying attention to what y'all guys are doing, and I'm on trying to do my genealogy too as well. Hello.
Thank you so much. Thank you. How you coming along with the genealogy?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead. We hear you.
Yeah, I was calling at y'all. Like I said, I didn't want to. I'm on my way of trying to get my genealogy going too as well. I get stuck in my process because my all in the information is hard. But
So what you do is you hit us up on nograndmakillers@gmail.com. Give us your name and the contact so we can call you and let you know all the content on when we having seminars on genealogy, or you can get personal help. It will be options for you. So just go ahead and make sure you hit us in nograndmakillers@gmail.com, and we'll be able to attend to you and help you out as much as possible.
I appreciate you. Thank you, brother.
No
Thank
problem.
You,
no problem. Yeah, so that's like when I talked to Phoenix, that's what she was doing earlier. She was doing genealogy. This is what is going on. We are on tour, but we are doing genealogy. We will be doing it every day. Look like until we get this shit right. But anyway, we'll be doing genealogy until we get millions of us knowing that we from here and we about to go make some noise. It's a whole lot of genealogy to do. It's a whole lot.
That's a fact. This is family search for real. For
That's
real.
Right, that's right.
Phoenix family search for real.
That's right.
Squad up.
So it's a lot of programs coming out now. These programs, Phoenix, Tasha, we've been sitting down, talking, putting it together. They've been actually putting it together, not just talking. Websites, seminars, webinars, the whole nine. They've been doing it. So now they're going to be getting ready to hit you all with these packages. Well, I hate to say packages. Oh, shit. I said the wrong thing.
It made it sound
dirty.
I know.
I hate to say that. But we will be hitting you all with programs that now it won't just be send you something in your email and hope you get the shit right programs. It won't be nothing like that. It's going to be some live helping going on. Hey, hold on, bro. Wait a minute. Let's step back here. Let's go over here. Let's check this person here. Let's look up there. Let's look down here. Let's pick this rock up here. Let's look under here. Let's look over there. We're going to be doing it all. So, got somebody else calling. So don't be scared to email us at nograndmakillers@gmail.com. Halito, what's your name and where you calling from?
Check our disclaimer. We do not.
Hold on, young lady. Hold on. Are your TV up? Is your phone up or something? You got something turned up loud?
I'm talking to you through the through the car.
Oh, okay, because we can hear us. Okay, so what's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Nikki. What's your name? I'm from Arkansas. I was trying to see
Japanese and Creole, Louisiana Creole. However, I don't know my Louisiana Creole side and Japanese side. It's from my dad's side. Whenever I do my research, I don't find anyone with my last name. My last name is very rare. Where I'm from, my last name is George. However, when I did some of my research, it says that George was a given name from some of the Anglo-Saxons and Welsh people. I don't even know like where to actually begin.
Well, George in America certainly has ancestry attached to it as well. And no grandma killers, I could certainly put you in touch with something to help you with the Japanese ancestry. But that's certainly going to depend upon what it is that you know about your Japanese grandparents, how close to you they are. But
No, sorry, because before my dad died, he passed away in 2015. He kind of made me promise not to like look and stuff for people because on my grandmother's side, his mother's side, she kind of gave him up, and so their last name is Wilson, and that's not the that's the Japanese side as well. However, since that side is so mean, he kind of told me not to don't even bother with them. So I really don't have any help on that side.
Mm-hmm. Well, definitely. If you are looking to know, I don't know if you want to honor the don't look into it, which I think may have been some of his fears that he didn't want for you, for whatever reasons. I'm sure there were really good reasons. But the records are available. I'm not sure exactly if that's something that you want to do, and if it is, we can assist you with that and certainly point you in the right direction. We can definitely do that.
So remember, no grandma killers at gmail.com.
Someone could point me in the right direction.
That's how we're gonna do it. You got to go to no grandma killers at gmail.com. Leave a message. Let us know that you talked to us on the show, so we can get back with you and help you getting started on your journey.
Okay. All right. Y'all probably already. What's your name on there, by the DJ?
Coach Phoenix or
The
Tasha.
I am is true. He's my husband, so y'all can. He just called. Y'all familiar with him?
I heard. What's his name again?
The I am is true.
Yes.
He was just on the phone with you guys.
Okay.
So if y'all could have any of the information, maybe you could just message it through him or something.
No, you have to email us because it's like we do a lot of people genealogies and we're helping a lot of people. So if you would like help with your genealogy, you have to email us. You have to go in your email and email us at nograndmakiller@gmail.com.
nograndmakiller@gmail.com.
Yes, and put in there what you need help with, and we will reach out with you. We'll reach out to you, and we will help you out the best we can.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a good day. Keep well.
You too.
Thank you.
Genealogy. No, let me chill out. Genealogy. Jay Susquehanna, what's up, big homie? When I drove to New York the other day, I seen Susquehanna everywhere. All right, here we go. Halito, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Cameron from Houston, Texas.
Cameron. Oh, boy, I'm on my way to Houston, bye.
Cam
All
Cosmos?
right.
This Cosmos?
Yeah, this Cameron Cosmos.
Halito,
What's up,
How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Oh, man. Everything's going good, brother. How are you?
I'm great. I'm short. I got a full house right now, but I just want to tell you guys, thank you for what y'all do. Y'all have motivated me and really give me the push that I've been needing.
with all this craziness going on in the world. But I do have a lot of questions, but I know that you guys that I'm gonna have to. I just need to get in contact with y'all through email and stuff like that, so we can really talk about stuff. I don't want to take too much of your time on the live, but I just want to say thank y'all. Just thank you.
No problem. Make sure you email us, and we're going to look out for you.
All right, I hear you. All right, y'all take care.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks for calling. Vicky, is that killer or killers? That's a good question. It is killers with an S. Make sure you put that S behind killer, okay? It's no grandma killers. Let me pronounce my words. Killers. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Halito.
Halito.
State your name and where you calling from.
I'm sorry?
State your name and where you calling from.
Oh, this is L. Austin, Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey.
How's it going? Hey.
L. Austin in the building.
Hey.
You had said a few things, L. Austin, earlier today. You was like, come on. You was like, you're gonna open up a trade school. I believe you said
yeah, it's more like a mentorship or apprenticeship. I remember my apprenticeship, talking about him when he was a young man, and today he manages numerous buildings for someone. He's like the guy only trusts equipment in his building, and it's from that experience. He's been doing it for like almost 40 years. So like it's really valuable. You can take those skills any and everywhere and work for yourself. So I talk to a lot of young guys and they're just lost. They don't know where to go, what to do. And I always say get a trade because they're not into school. They don't think it's for them. So like finding people to help them to develop themselves and skills and learn new things would be the best thing for them. And I want to help in that.
Hey, that's how I feel. I need to make sure you hit us up so we have your contact so we can talk to you.
Yes, she and I stay in touch. We'll definitely talk, L. Austin. L. Austin, were you enjoying yourself? It was so great to see you at the Grandma Killers tour.
It was good to see you all.
Oh, she was there. I don't even know who she is. My bad. I feel sad now.
I helped you. I helped you on the computer.
Oh, okay. I got it now. I got you now. I know exactly who you are. Now I got a name to the face. That's what I meant to ask you. What's your name? What's your handle? I meant to ask you, but I didn't want to be rude.
It's okay. And you had stuff going on, so it's fine.
Thanks.
But I also want to extend my help in anything that you guys want to do. I do a lot of things. Kind of like I wear a ton of different hats. I tutor. I've been doing it for over 10 years. The last couple of years, I've been a tutor for a community college here. So I understand what a lot of adults are going through who haven't finished high school, and now they're trying to get out into the business world. So I do that. I also I do consultations on like how to do business startups. I do IT stuff. I build PCs and show people how to
Hold on, wait a minute. You
do their own thing.
You build PCs.
I do.
Oh yeah, I need her number immediately.
Okay.
Yes.
And then it's in information. I just get information. I do a lot of research. I work in a library where I can get like resources. It's just what I like to do. I have fun with it, and I like to help as many people as I can. So if anyone has questions and I can answer, I would love to do it.
Well, I got some things that I can run by you that I know that you, now that I know these things, maybe we can figure it out. So make sure you hit me. I know Phoenix got your info, but make sure you hit me in nograndmakillers@gmail.com because that's awesome.
Okay.
You got it going on.
Okay, will do. Okay, so last thing. I keep running this through my head. You all look like family to me. I feel so comfortable and familiar around you because, like, Coach, you look just like my big brother. is creepy. Phoenix and Loyalty, you two look like my little sister. And I can send you guys pictures for proof, but it freaks me out sometimes because I feel like I'm looking at my siblings
Well, when you
when I
stepped
see you
in
guys.
and started helping me, I think I was in a state of emergency at that time. And then you was just like, let me go over here and get Coach a hand. You know what I'm saying? You just started doing, I'm like, I came back and said, I was like, oh, okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I was able to handle a few other things while you was doing that for me. And I'm thankful for you to help because some of them things I didn't even know. I think this was doing, Tasha was live.
Tasha's live,
Yeah.
yeah.
And she was doing a PowerPoint. They was like, you know, you can take that side off. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about this shit.
Yeah, when she gave you the look, I was like, uh-oh, I need to go help. And normally I wouldn't do that because I'm really shy. But you all, thank you for being so welcoming and making me feel so comfortable.
We enjoyed you. Thank
amongst you all. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, we did. We'll talk to you soon, beloved. Thank you so much.
That's right.
No problem. Okay, bye, guys.
All right.
Okay, beloved. Yeah, we had such a good time, man. I'm so glad everybody was enjoying
It was a
themselves,
bomb.
man. Right at home. Akasha's children. I mean, just everybody's, that's what that vibe was about, man. We got to multiply that. We're going to take it city by city. And we're going to multiply the understanding and the knowledge of the people. And that's going to be the empowerment. We don't need no outside sources. We need each other.
That's right. That's right.
And that's all.
I'm
678-250-3777. Right before we wrap this up, it is lunchtime for Moon.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm a little hungry. I mean, but I've been getting it done. I got a lot of stuff done this morning. I've been working with Callie. I talked to Callie. He told me to get it done. So I've been tackling, I've been trying to put the studio together. I might have a real live studio, y'all.
Shout out to Chief Callie and all his awesomeness. That good brother.
I'm going to try to get this done immediately. I'm going to have a surprise for him when he see it. He's going to be like, oh, good. Well, Coach, you went all in this time. Because that brother is fine with the camera. I'm far behind the software and the hardware and stuff. But walking around and getting shots and knowing when to move and tilt and pull back and turn and all this other stuff, that takes the talent to do it. Maybe we can get some young guys to follow him and learn the tricks of the trade that he doing. I only got one guy say I made him sit with me all day. Brandon been sitting with me learning how to run the shows.
That was so true. He is a thinker.
Right.
Oh my goodness. I forgot what it was that he simplified, but I was having this Chrissy Snow moment and he was like, how about you do this and do that and do that? And I was like, you are the thinker. Shout out to Brandon.
I try to make things simple. I try to, think smart, not hard, and get good results. So yeah, I'm thankful for everyone coming through. Yeah, she was real helpful because I really didn't know nothing about it. And I think there was Vicky over there. She was telling me, but she was kind of far away from me and she was trying to whisper. I was like, huh? I couldn't understand what she was saying. And I couldn't get it. So shout out to the young lady that walked over and was like, huh, Coach, I got it. You know what I'm saying? She did it for me. So I'm thankful for that. And everybody was like family. Like she says, like I can just be like, hey, what up, sis? And da-da-da. I ain't never seen these folks. If you need anything, they get it for you. So it was a really great night. The food was awesome. I mean, I can't stop talking about the food. That was like the number one headline. Davida and the family, the Carters, will be there with the groceries. That alone to pull the crowd out. Huh?
Yes, they will.
Them groceries was swinging.
Wait to see. They chefs for real. They know the culture that we're going. They got it down. They got it down. But now that they known for the grilled lemonade and the mango basil, they got to roll with that too.
Yeah,
they
you
got to
got to
roll
have the
with
grilled
that.
lemonade. Y'all got to come with that thing. I was like, grilled lemonade. I was like, okay. I took my cup and I walked to the back, and I was like, what is in this cup right here? That thing was busted.
Look, the first shot was straight up. The second one had tequila. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. The second cup, I added tequila to that. It was just marvelous. Like it was incredible.
It was good.
Drinking drinks of mango with little pieces of fresh basil from Davita's garden inside of it was like
right. They own it.
Yeah,
they was on it. They was on it. I was like, okay, they ain't playing. So we know we covered with the groceries. We are covered
Yes,
with the
indeed.
groceries.
You ain't gonna be hungry or dissatisfied. That's for
Oh
sure.
no, we already know the food is a hit because everybody that ate a plate, we had no dissatisfied customers at the time. So we already know in a
Yes,
minute we'll be
indeed.
putting
And there
Davita
are
in the
some other
store.
other vendors also.
Oh yeah, we
We still have some local vendors for Texas. So especially the local people, if you are there, hit us up
hey,
at nomorgrandmakillers.com.
if you in
Let's talk about
Houston,
it.
Dallas, and you know of vendors that's just your favorite, hey, hit them up and give them our information and tell them what days we coming to town so they can go ahead and get a spot. Especially if
That's
you know
right.
we all have those favorite vendors, and you would like for other people that's coming to town to experience your city's favorite food. Make sure that they're there. Give them hey, be like, hey, yo, this event coming to town, and we want you there. Got that good food.
That's right.
Ain't nothing like some good groceries when you
Right. You
learn.
got Big Bob's barbecue. Tell them come on through. I'm just saying.
That's right. That's
Come
right.
through.
Come
You
through.
have somebody that can sew headbands or has jewelry or something, whatever it is. Come through, pitch the idea. Let us know what it is that you have going on.
Facts.
Can't hurt. Let's do it.
That's how we're gonna
Well, that's
build.
it for me.
So that's it for you today.
I said that's it for me for now. I need to go get lunch. I look like I need a Snickers in a moment. I'm getting bitchy right now. I'm hungry.
Get this woman of sneakers, y'all. No, I'm just saying. We about to get out of here. Let me see. Celestine said the grilled lemonade was delicious and the blueberry drink too.
Yes.
Yes, it was. That's
Yes.
right. That's right. She said, well, Davita, you make sure y'all there. So y'all start getting y'all stuff together now, okay? Because you got
That's
two,
right.
you got a 4-day tour, 2 in Houston and 2 in Dallas. So make sure that you are prepared for them 4 days. If I got to get somebody young to help you out, Davitas, because you don't need to be working so much, we need to find somebody to move it for you.
Yes.
We're going to sit you down and just have you pointing your fingers. All right, so I guess that's it. Like Phoenix said, my stomach is growling. Let me see. Thank you, Lord. T. Corey says,
Morning, eight.
So thanks for everybody that called in with
Yeah.
your
Everybody that
questions.
called in came through.
Everyone that's been commenting on.
That.
That's right, commenting on the tour and everything. If you missed it, I'm sorry. We got to the viewers, the ones that was viewers that watched it. We have a special gift for you because that was the very first live streaming.
Yeah.
And it didn't go the way we wanted. You was able to watch everyone, but it didn't go as quite as we wanted it. It was like technical difficulties, so we put some special video together for you all. It will be coming to you all soon. So everybody else will have to wait until they get it for about 2-3 days, and then we'll upload it for everybody else to see it. I want to make sure that they all get it in their earboxes, in their emails for purchasing the live stream. That's right. That's right. Because I'm telling y'all, we're trying to build here. We're not trying to be sitting here begging folks for money. We got group homes that we're trying to build. We're trying to do camps for young men and camps for young women, weeks at a time, to help these communities. If everything goes good and these camps and these group homes, or not group homes, or places for young men to build, we can do it in other communities. We can go to different communities and do what we're doing here so well. We can go do it so well in other communities. So
That's right.
that's the vision and goals. We have end goals. Phoenix has end goals. I have end goals. Tasha have end goals. So we're working hard to reach these goals with the community, the multiple communities that they are. So that's all I got to say, y'all. And I'm
Yes,
done.
indeed. Yes,
And I'm about to go eat just like Phoenix did. I mean, just like Phoenix about to. What's up, Nikki? Come by and see me. Liz, I'm sorry you missed it. Go back and check it out. But any questions, hit us at NoGrandmaKillers at Gmail. To purchase your tickets, www.nograndmakillers.com. When you first go in there, link's gonna pop up. Check out the gear. Get the No Grandma Killers tour gear. Also the logos. We have gear with our logos on them as well. So you can snatch that gear up. You can get the boys, the coach logo, so forth and so on. So check it out. I'm gonna have boxing gloves coming out with my logo on it as well, because that's what we do around here. We fight. We teach discipline. and we build up men. That's all I got, y'all. So I'm done, Phoenix.
Salachike.
Peace, y'all. We out.